When to hold 'em, and when to fold 'em, fold a nigga up like a wet napkin.
With the chopper on me.
With the chopper on me.
Someone has a big ass
With the
head.
chopper on me.
And you got that gallon on you.
And I got the gallon on me.
And I got a bitch named Fallon on me.
I'm wildin' with the gallons. That's what I always say. That's my slogan. Because you know how like they had that Got Milk campaign?
You were like, got water?
No, I'm gonna be wildin' with the gallons.
That doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't sound as good as Got Milk.
But if you say it right, wildin'.
Wildin' with the gallons.
Wildin' with the gallons.
I think you're just trying a little too hard to force it.
Listen.
I think you should leave it to the POCs.
The hip hop that I'm a part of, that I believe in, that I understand.
The community?
We say
What?
wildin'. Y'all wildin'.
Yo, you niggas is wildin', B.
Y'all wildin'.
Hey, yo, word to my mother, son. Yo, dead ass, B.
But yeah, what is that? So I just called you guys my POCs.
Look at my African American over there. Isn't he great?
You rejected me. The same way when I told Yassi that she was my Latinx friend.
Is she even?
She rejected it.
Are you even?
She's not. She's
not.
Egyptian.
You're Egyptian? Are you like related to Nipsey Hussle?
I don't know what's in
I
Latin
thought you were
America.
gonna ask her something way stupider.
I don't know who's Latinx.
Are you related to like Nefertiti?
Hey, but no. What was Nipsey Hussle? He was like that nobody knows.
He was wilding with the ethnicity.
No,
I
he
think I know
just,
what you're talking about. Ethiopian?
Yeah, he was like something like that. All right, shout out to him.
All my Ethiopian friends are very beautiful.
We are so ignorant. We don't know anything
don't-
about what
We
we're
know
talking
all-
about.
Oh my God, no.
We're just guessing races.
You know what I didn't know that everybody made me feel stupid in the comments for last week was that Malcolm X name was
a red
Detroit
bone.
Red.
Oh yeah.
And
right.
that he had red hair, and I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't know that one fact about Malcolm
It was
X.
just pretty sus because normally when you say red bone, you're talking like a bad
Yeah,
female.
exactly.
So to call him a red bone is a little sus.
Yeah, so that's why I just immediately rejected anything you were saying.
So
I'm
he
just like,
technically is a red bone?
I don't blame you for being trained to
Yeah.
think that I'm going to say some gay ass
some
shit.
gay sus shit, and I was just like, no.
Because I
stop
do
this.
be doing that, and it stands out in the hip hop community because people just don't really be wilding with the gay shit.
Exactly.
But
And
me, I'm holding strong.
I had so many like white people telling me how stupid and ignorant I was for not knowing that. So thank you, Adam22, for educating me about Malcolm X. I never thought I would see the day.
I actually really want to rewatch the Malcolm X documentary or the movie, which I saw like 5 million years ago, but I would like to rewatch that.
Who was the star? Like Cuba Gooding Jr. or something?
No, it was Denzel Washington, right?
I love Denzel.
And
I could see Cuba Gooding Jr.
somebody
being
got a
Malcolm X.
tattoo of Denzel Washington as Malcolm X,
That's fire.
not Malcolm X.
That's honestly
Wouldn't you
good-
want to get
it's a
the
good
real
tattoo.
deal?
Huh?
Wouldn't you want to get the real deal tattoo?
Yeah, I mean that's why they were clowning this person.
No, I like that. I like
That's
that
like
idea.
getting who plays Tupac all the time?
that one guy.
That one guy.
That
Just
looks
get a
like
tattoo
Tupac.
of him.
There's just yo. Did you guys see the video of the guy who's just swimming in the pool, and then the girl comes up and she just goes, "Oh, how you doing? Yeah, my kid. You know when his birthday is? It's Juneteenth."
Oh, that's
No, but she
fucking
came
weird.
up to him and started talking about some other shit first, and then she like led into that, and it was just like, what was the purpose of that whole conversation?
But the purpose was for her to try to prove that she's like super down with black people. But it was such a weird way for us for me as a white person to like all of a sudden put myself in the shoes of how weird it must be to be a black guy just trying to exist. And then you have a white person
Just
who's
at the pool with your kid.
desperate to prove that she's not racist by reminding you of slavery by telling you the most random fact possible about her kid being born on the day that the slaves were freed.
She's like, hey, guess what? Guess when my son was born?
Right.
He was like, when? Juneteenth. He was just like,
Yeah, he's
that's
like,
crazy.
whoa, that's crazy. And then the dude is mad funny because he goes, oh, mommy's watching to his kid, just like letting this lady know, like, I am not fucking with you.
Like, what the
And
fuck
then,
was
okay,
that?
but then that dude sends me a DM of him rapping his ass off.
Where is it?
You want me to play it?
Kinda.
If someone wants to throw me my phone, I will play it. I will find it in my DMs right now just so we can hear homie. For the record,
He saw you post that
Are
clip.
you on Clubhouse?
I actually got it. What do you think of it? I fucking hate it. It's so
I was actually
stupid.
gonna ask you about Clubhouse. It's very unlike you. You are someone that would hate it.
I am a fast-moving person. I want my information now. I went in. Someone invited me to Clubhouse. I get in there. It's an app where it's just a bunch of icons of you. You can. I was muted to start, and I didn't unmute myself because I was like, "This is dumb," and it was just like,
Give it a chance.
It was like a little podcast. happening.
It's-
That's what it is, right? Like you can just basically do like
I
roughly a
guess it's a
podcast, or are you
podcast.
recording messages
No.
and then the messages stay there and then people can play those individually?
I don't know about it being recorded, but I know it's just like a chat room kind of, but like with audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a forum kind
I'm like,
of. but,
why would I
Form me up,
want
Daddy.
to do this? So there's no record of anything you do left there. It's basically like this,
Yeah.
but it's a bunch of little icons, and then that's it. All right, you want to hear this full rap?
Let's go. What's his name?
Hold on, man.
His name is Dos Rivers, as in DOS Rivers.
Okay.
Cool.
No jumper. Hold on. I'm finna call this the no jumper freestyle.
Okay.
I don't even be rapping like that, but hold on. Hey, just a product of my environment. The money, the only thing that's inspiring. Bring the bandanas out of retirement. Illicit items for those who inquiring. 40 cal on me is a requirement. You got a wire singing like that quiet them. Oh, he been a while since I had to fire them. New bitch ass hella fat waist dump from your nigga bro. Fuck with a winner, baby dump him. Why you hesitating? I can tell that you don't
got on,
love
like, the
him.
energy
I know
type
I'm that
beat.
Nigga, I don't need no validation. She gon' get that pussy to me.
You got the good Conde Garçons on, too.
It
looks like the homie.
Preaching my niggas, my congregation. Money in my
I wish he
hands,
rapped
leave
about
your
the
bitch in
woman.
trench. I ain't looking for romance. She still beg me for a chance.
I don't care about your baby born on Juneteenth.
Anyway, that's his shine.
Cool.
We
Shout
had
out to DOS.
we had to shout him
Dos.
out there. DOS.
DOS
Not
Rivers.
DOS. It's not like the operating
Rivers.
system for Windows. You want to?
I was like, why is Yuri just awkwardly standing behind me? He was waiting for your phone.
We were talking about this. Why is Yuri always in pajama mode?
Because he's comfy.
He was just at home.
He just woke up like this.
He's
Yeah,
a
he-
sorority girl.
He actually like just walked over here from his house.
He
think
throws
so.
on some sweatpants. He throws on a shirt. I guess it's fine. I mean,
I
but
sang the song to him and his girlfriend.
what song?
He was an editor. She was a shipping girl.
No, he's not an editor. He's a Twitch streamer.
Okay, whatever.
Shout out
She
to
was-
Harmonious Man.
whatever
Go
the fuck
toss
he
this
is.
man some
lo-
follows.
I love that I gave Yuri multiple articles of clothing, and he decides to just keep wearing the same.
No, he
2018
recycles
drip.
it. He recycles it.
I would like to
seen
see-
him.
I've never seen
I've
him
seen
wear the
him
shoes
wear
I
like
gave
the
him.
most random shit that I forgot I gave him.
Yes.
Like Huff pants.
Yuri is a casualty of just thinking that it's cool to just throw on whatever, so he just ends up wearing sweatpants
No,
every day.
I don't think that he thinks it's cool though.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, never mind.
It's
then.
questionable to what extent Yuri's view of what he looks like is the same as
I mean,
what we think he looks like.
At least like his shoes right now match like the words on the back of his shirt.
Yeah.
You know, like
He-
he's kind of like.
He did not look
There's
at the
no
mirror
way
to
he
do that on
noticed that.
purpose.
And his shoes wouldn't even be the same color as his shirt if his shoes weren't dirty as fuck. It's obvious that he skated in those.
Oh no, for sure. I gave him a new pair of shoes, and I don't think I've seen him wear
I
them.
blame Lil B for making him think it's cool to just wear dirty ass shoes. And myself too. Look at these dirty ass Vans that I'm wearing. I
I
mean,
got a brand new pair of. Woo!
I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
got a
No.
brand new
you
pair
were
of-
killer.
I am a killer.
I got a brand new pair of old Nike Supreme SBs from 2003. They're super beat,
Oh.
but I got
They're
them.
cute. I like the little stars.
Do a
Yeah.
kickflip.
I will right now. Let me see your board, Yuri.
No.
No, and Yuri has a pair of Yeezys that he never wears.
And he voted for yeah.
Did you vote for Kanye? Really? We don't.
I didn't vote at all. He's like super proud of
Oh,
being
God.
ignorant.
I thought that.
Oh,
Wait, you
God.
can vote, all right? You were born here?
Yeah, I can go. I'm a citizen.
You were born
I
here.
was born in Russia, but I'm a citizen.
Oh yeah, you just can't run for president.
Neither
What?
can I.
Let's stop clouding
Neither
Yuri
can
up.
I
He doesn't
either.
Yeah,
need
well,
this.
we always have like a Yuri segment.
Oh, you can't run for president.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Me
I've always
either.
kind of seen that for you.
I don't care. I don't want to fucking run for president.
You should renounce
like-
Korea. Renounce it and claim America right now.
I already did.
We should
I
jump
had
you
to. I
into
had
the
to-
Americans.
I had to renounce my citizenship to get American citizenship.
Wow, was
So
that was that
I
a sad
technically already
day?
did. No, because I had no idea what was going on.
How old were you?
Like 18, I was super high, and like I was just like,
Oh, I
taking-
thought you meant like
You were
18.
high?
I thought you meant like 18
Wow.
months.
not
I thought you
18
meant,
months
like-
old, 18 years old.
But was
I
it a
took the
sad
test
day?
and
Did you feel
everything.
like a snitch? Like you feel like 6'9"?
Shut up.
Just like choosing to turn your back on your country?
No, but I remember doing the whole ceremony and everything, and like they give you a little flag and you wave it on stage, and like all these like Mexican
What?
women are just like crying and stuff like that, and like me
That's
just
very-
being
Mexican
dumb.
women were crying about a person that they didn't even know from
No,
Korea?
No,
it's like
for them.
everyone has like
Oh,
the
for the other-
ceremony,
okay.
like
They're
everyone
crying for themselves.
Yeah, they're crying for their family, and there's people in the
Oh,
audience
right.
crying.
That's a big moment.
Yeah, it was. I didn't realize how big of a moment it was. I came with like my friends. I was just like, hi.
Wow.
At least you had like friends with you and not just alone.
Yeah.
I've been high for like everything I've done in the past few years, really like the past like 10,
Like-
15 years.
I think
Are-
you're high right now.
Yeah, we smoked
Your
a lot of weed
eyes.
today, to be honest.
Are you gonna be high during the delivery of your baby?
I'm not sure how high I'm going to be during the delivery, but I'm definitely going to get high after.
Like, are you gonna be like, whoa, dude, there's a baby coming out of my
Baby in my
girlfriend's
eyes.
vagina?
I don't think that that's how I get high. I just get a little like,
You're gonna be like, oh.
The craziest
Dude.
thing is like
can
how
see the
many
head coming out of her vagina.
messages and DMs and comments I get about your baby.
Really?
I'm like,
'Cause we get a lot.
I figure you're getting them because
Yeah.
it's your fucking baby. But
It's
I'm
your
like,
baby.
don't know if she's in the fucking womb or
do
in
you
the
want to
world
know how
yet.
fucked up it is right now? Is that she's so far past her due date now that she's going to have to drink castor oil tomorrow.
What?
Which is
What
this
is castor oil?
Castor oil.
I thought you put on your hair.
I now know.
Yeah.
I have no idea about that, but
Yeah.
it's some
Yeah,
shit.
You put
it's
on
good for your hair.
You put
Oh,
on your
really?
hair. Yeah.
Is
That's the only reason I know what it is.
know
Is
about
like
it,
Jamaican
but-
castor oil for your hair.
Is it like
You
a
know what-
conch?
yeah.
It's like yeah,
In the Malcolm X movie, they have like lye or some kind of like crap that they put in their hair to
Yeah.
make it straight.
some shit like that.
I don't know, but either way,
So she's drinking
apparently
it.
that's also
She
the
has to
thing that
drink
she's drinking.
castor oil.
How much? Like a gallon?
I have no idea, but she's gonna drink it, and it's gonna basically force her to have like contractions and like diarrhea, and then those are. It's supposed to like set off the contractions
Ooh,
that
a
will make you
powerful
actually have fun.
laxative.
Right. It's a laxative that will make her basically shit like crazy and also hopefully push out
shit
the
the baby out?
Because if she doesn't have the baby soon, then she's not going to be able to have the baby at home.
Oh, she's
Does
gonna
they
have to go to the
C-section?
hospital.
Yes. She's going to have to like go to the hospital where they will like probably get her to do a C-section, which to me, I don't think is the end of the world. To her, that's really not how she's trying to do this, especially because in the age of COVID, I don't even think she would be able to have her doula. I think it would just be me and her.
Not
She might be allowed to do it.
You'll be
hospital
lucky if
doula.
they even let you in.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Wow,
it's
you have to
getting
just be
crazy.
like at the window.
When they
looking in.
find out that I hang out with the super spreader AD who parties every night of the week.
I know, right?
God, me hanging out with him is like more dangerous than me actually doing all the things that he
That's
does.
how I feel hanging out with Monte. Sorry.
I
You're
don't-
my super spreader friend.
Honestly, don't go out as much as you like probably think.
More than anyone else I know.
Who else do you
on
know?
Earth.
On Earth?
3 people.
Shut the fuck up. There's no way. I didn't even go out for Halloween.
I
You
was
just you just traveled to a different country.
And I wore my mask the entire time.
What the fuck? Okay.
But you already been doing that, and it's crazy because we all thought you were nuts rocking the mask. Like nobody, like it was this
I
weird
know.
Asian thing that you did, and now it's just like
I know.
you're like,
I
wow,
know.
Kim was doing this so far before
They
it was
said that
all
I
every day.
predicted Corona.
You
I
know
mean-
who else used to do that all the time? Travis Scott.
He was a mask guy.
They were-
He used to wear masks.
But what about Scar Lord? Remember him?
What happened to
Yeah.
him?
What is going on with him? Remember he was like a fucking YouTuber and then he
Yeah.
became
I
didn't
Scar.
know he was
But I
a
didn't
They,
know that
they
until I
wanted
had,
us to do a show with him when we were in
You
the
should have
UK.
did that. That would have been crazy, actually.
We should have done that show.
Honestly,
Is the Scar Lord hype real?
I don't know. Maybe
only,
in the UK.
I only know about him like from random YouTube videos where they
Same.
like talked about him
When I see
and his millions of streams.
Yeah.
Kamethazine selling 7,000 copies of his album, that makes me think SoundCloud rap might not be in the best state. And
Wasn't he selling like 120 and shit before?
Nah.
Really?
Hell
selling
no,
before?
he never
thought
did
he
a
was-
120.
I thought he was doing like big numbers.
120 is like Big Sean numbers, dog.
120
120 is like
like-
MGK numbers.
For real.
Really? Shit. I thought he was doing like pretty big.
I'm not out here, but okay.
At first,
we
I don't know.
need to talk about this.
Okay.
I have hired you, Dig.
I thought you
Yeah,
been
you,
did
you
that.
told us that.
Did I? No, he was doing videos for the channel
Mm-hmm.
before, but we have expanded the scope of our agreement.
Yep.
That he's now also doing a lot of shit on the socials. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very, very hyped to the energy that you Dig is bringing to the team.
Yeah.
He's very,
He seems very hyped.
very motivated guy. Wanted to work for No Jumper for a long time. I'm finally seeing his vision. And then he's also, so you guys don't even know about this, but we are starting a NoJumper.com blog that is basically going to be a feed of new artists and songs from underground artists. We're not doing anything big, no mainstream shit, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
That's tight.
I love that.
Don't hold me to that. We probably will end up like in
You guys-
some way
You guys are.
touching on
Incorporated.
bigger stuff. But the goal of it is basically to just
Bring attention.
bring attention to new artists, no corruption, no paying to get on the site,
Oh yeah.
whatever. That's the goal.
And what, your dig is going to be in charge of that?
Well, you think he's going to be helping to figure out what artists we're going to cover and stuff.
Contribute.
We want to cover a lot of artists before they're
Uh-huh.
like big enough to do an interview, you know. And it's kind of something I always resisted. Like I never really knew what the NoJumper.com like blog would be. Like
Mm-hmm.
Lyrical Lemonade is like kind of a channel that came up at the same time as No Jumper, and they've always had the blog. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how popular it is, but they definitely do have like something somewhat similar in terms of having like a good solid website full of new artists, new music from underground artists, etc. You know,
Do you feel like that format is like the right way to go in 2020?
I think it's a nice addition to what we have going on, and we're also going to have all this. You're going to be able to like also sign up for the newsletter that is basically going to collect all the shit that was on the website, so you can just like read through all the posts and stuff and check out all the music and stuff. I'm not in denial about what. Fuck you. Were you laughing at me going like this?
No,
like people
I'm
don't know
gonna-
what looking at a computer is like.
I'm gonna let you finish so we don't
Okay.
interrupt over each other, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing.
Okay, but then what? Because have you tried to get me to do this in the past, and I said no?
No, I'm laughing because this is something that we've talked about doing for at least like 2 years, and we
I know.
attempted to do this newsletter.
Really?
That was very funny.
The
and I don't-
newsletter in the
so
past, we tried to
I'm
do it.
laughing because I'm happy that it's actually coming to fruition, and
Right.
I'm laughing at how long it took.
Well, you know, you guys, I want to get to the point where we have someone who's kind of like an editor, and then we can have people like fuck with us. Like if Housephone had an artist that he wanted to have us, you know, do something
Don't
about.
DM me your music. I don't
He could
care.
put his hit him up, send him whatever you got. Housephone
don't.
is very receptive. He opens every DM.
I actually
he
do
wants to
pretty
be
much
in
do.
your group chat,
No, I don't. Please.
especially if it's like a
If it's
some
an
kind
all
of-
girls group chat of 21 plus
No, if
women,
it's like a
yeah.
MAGA group chat and you just want to invite Housephone into that and just, you know, harass him daily.
Yeah,
you're
go ahead.
totally cool with that.
Oh my god, if we just looked at like we should have a segment where I just get to read my DMs because my DMs are actually amazing.
I wonder what percentage of our audience is butthurt over Donald Trump seemingly losing the election at this moment.
He seems very butthurt about it. He's accusing
He's already making
excuses.
lawsuits.
He's an obese turtle on its back. That's what Anderson Cooper, I believe,
I
said.
love Anderson Cooper so much.
That's honestly a great.
My mom
roast.
told me that she wanted to knit Anderson Cooper's baby a little hat, and then she remembered that she doesn't know Anderson Cooper.
He has a baby.
I guess.
He just had one or something.
I guess he must have adopted or something.
His
because
hair
as far
is
as I know,
so
I
white
actually think
that
he's gay, right?
he's a gay.
Yeah,
Is
I
he?
remember when he came out, I was like in college, and it was a big deal, and
I think-
everyone was calling him Daddy Cooper.
Everybody knew that Anderson Cooper was gay for hella long before he admitted it.
I remember it was a big thing that like people acted like they were shocked. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
a lot of
maybe
people
only
in
the
that kind of realm, they
insiders.
really don't like being like out there with their personal shit because if
Yeah.
you're a
Because-
fucking journalist, it's just such a liability for
And
the world to know about your private
especially
life.
at that like scale.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Why,
there's
'cause
so
they're-
many people looking to fucking ruin you at all times, really.
I love him though.
But
I
like,
think
what?
he's
How would you discredit him just because he was like gay or something though?
I just
You
feel
know
like
they
they
would.
would.
Yeah.
They would
They
like
would.
try to paint a picture of him being this seedy, nasty guy doing
he
crazy
goes
shit.
to gay clubs.
I mean, you could just imagine like
Yeah.
it's not tough to like paint those kind of narratives, and I feel like they probably would
dumb.
do their best. But anyway, yeah, I was a little worried. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm, you know, I got issues with the Democratic Party, the leftists. They do bad things sometimes, but I hate Donald Trump with
Same.
so much of my being.
Burning fiery passion.
He's such a shitty guy, and what he's doing right now, like even just take away everything he's done, him, and I've been arguing about this with Keemstar all fucking day. Him taking credit for winning the election
Without-
baselessly, claiming
was
fraud,
crazy.
claiming huge amounts of fraud, just
that-
having no respect for the institution of the presidency is just straight up fucking sickening. And I mean, the speech that he gave the night of the election, when he basically said all the same shit that he just said, he's been backed into a corner. He knows it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so sad seeing how he's just so happy to go out like a little petulant child instead
Yeah.
of just accepting the results of the election.
He can't just like bow out gracefully and like say
Hell
something
no.
nice.
Right.
That's
And just
what
keep
that's
it
what
moving.
someone with respect does.
He has to claim fraud needlessly. He has to say,
Yeah.
we got to stop counting votes in certain states and we got to count more votes in other states.
Zero
The vote,
sense.
the states that like me.
It's crazy.
No, and
Stop
then
counting.
and then when do you think we've seen a president's tweets be censored for fucking
Right. And that's another thing that I've been arguing with certain people a lot. And I honestly, from my perspective, and people who know me know that I'm not one to just like buy into the fucking Democratic or liberal like narrative at all times. But I think Twitter has done an admirable job because they really are in a place where they need to have some kind of editorial control over the president doing something that is completely unprecedented. And I really don't even think that the technology that Twitter has come up with, where they basically they can add a label to your tweets. I don't think that Twitter would have had to invent that ever. I don't think that they ever would have had to even really consider inventing this if it wasn't for Donald Trump being the president. He lies so much. It's unthinkable. And I feel like they've been backed into a corner. They had to come up with something to be able to label it when he lies. And I mean, he's been doing so much lying. I think they said that 39% of his tweets since Tuesday have been marked by Twitter as being misinformation. And I don't think that they're wrong for what they've done. I mean, he is lying. He is spreading disinformation to people that are going to buy into it.
100%. And I see people making that argument of like, this is censorship. And it's like
it's not.
It's not really censorship. It's letting people. It's not like they're deleting his tweets or taking away his account. They're just letting people know that he is actually spreading what he says.
And I'm in full agreement that when people should have to go so far above and beyond to have their Twitter account deleted, to have their Twitter labeled. But like, take somebody like Milo Yiannopoulos, who has said and done a lot of shitty stuff. I don't think that he deserves to be banned from Twitter just because he said and done shitty stuff. I don't think Alex Jones deserves to be banned. I think that there needs to be a system by which these kind of bans can like have a set amount of time. It should be just like real prison, where there is a court where like, you can get a ban for a certain amount of time, and maybe somebody does something so bad that that's a long period of time, whatever. But Trump and what he has done in the face of this election, it is 100% necessary that Twitter took the steps that they have to label his shit as being lies, because it is really just unthinkable. And he's one of the only people that you can think of who would end up with this job, who would be so lacking in class or grace that he would be willing to go out like this. And I mean, I really have resisted the urge to like talk about the election pretty much entirely on Twitter, but I feel so strongly about these things that like, this is not a good example of censorship. This is an example of Twitter doing like the bare minimum to protect the citizens of the United States from just being sold this fucking bullshit by him, I
can't imagine, like, I don't know what the thing is called when they like pass the fucking house or whatever, where one president leaves and the other one comes in.
Right.
Like what Obama had to do with Trump.
Yeah. It's going to be a movie. I can't imagine
what that's going to be like.
Jesus.
What is the next month going to look like? It's actually like 2 months.
What if Trump just fires on Joe Biden?
He just slaps him.
He's going to do some fuck shit on the way out the door that 100%. Is going to be like nothing we've ever seen before.
Got you.
He actually might.
And like rubs his MAGA hat.
Dude.
Okay, wait. Can we just
Let's do this one. Yep.
Can we talk about...
Oh, God.
I wake up in the morning, 11 a.m., very early for me. Never up that early. The first thing I see is from the night before, Donald Trump addressing this man as Lil Pimp.
Lil Pimp.
Give it up for Lil Pimp.
We never could have expected this in the early days of Lil Pump. Like when I remember we did a podcast, I think where like Puya like mentioned him as like a joke, like, oh yeah, Lil Pump, he's dope. I like Pump started out as like a pure meme. He goes on to become, an actual huge recording artist, huge hits, #1 songs. I don't know if Gucci Game was actually #1, but it was a huge song.
It was a huge song, yeah.
And then this. Lil Pump has decided to take all his eggs and put them in the MAGA basket.
I honestly don't think that you could have written a funnier joke, or like you could have not made up something that good. Like I couldn't believe. I threw my phone across the room.
I was in the opposite position. I wasn't waking up. I was in bed, ready to go to bed. I was just about to get off of Twitter. There's a lot of they say doom scrolling going on in my life at this moment, where you're just sort of like mindlessly combing through it, just seeing what the fuck is going on. There's something insane happening every other minute, and I just see this, and I realize that this actually happened. Pump was so clearly struggling
To even like finish a sentence.
No, to not swear was
Yeah,
the
I saw
main thing
that.
that
I saw
stood out
that.
to me, was that you felt like you were watching him have to exercise control over what he's saying for once in his life, like maybe for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Somebody told him not to swear and he actually decided he was going to listen. It seemed like he was really struggling with that
He
part in
wanted to
particular.
say "fuck Sleepy Joe"
Yeah.
so bad.
Don't
I
go
thought he called
for
him
Sleepy Joe.
I thought he called him Creepy Joe at
No,
first.
Sleepy
Sleepy.
Joe is Trump's name that he gave him, which I mean,
Sleepy Adam.
it's kind of a fair name. No, I'm just high today. I'm a little high.
I walked in, this nigga was on the couch like,
Sleepy.
I've been smoking blunts today.
I've been
I
smoking
interviewed
blunts today.
Jackie Chan
Whoa.
about his weed show that he has coming out.
You know Jackie Chan, right? He's like also Asian.
You have to know about him.
Yes, I've watched YouTube videos.
He's Asian. He makes music.
We are racist.
No, really?
And then also we had Ruby Rose on today. But let's continue to talk about
Yeah, I
Donald
want to know
Trump.
about.
and
No, I want to
Lil
know more
Pump.
about Lil Pimp.
Bro, Lil Pimp.
Now this is the question that I have though.
But for the record, this is how he brought him out. He said, speaking of sound,
Own music.
music, and other things. Think about that connection and how general that theme is there. Speaking of
Sound
sound, music, and other things, that's almost other things is literally everything.
Everything.
Everything is other things. It falls into that blanket category. But
No.
that for a brief moment there, I was not upset with Donald Trump. I was feeling him when he had that energy of bringing Pump out, and he was.
He was like, does everyone know who he is?
No.
Does anyone know who this guy
he
is?
was
Pretty huge.
It kind of felt like Trump was sort of low
Kinda
key
trolling
shading
him,
him,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that was a weird, and even that saying his name wrong, like
Lil Pimp.
you wish that Trump, even being Trump, you wish that he had had a little bit more of just giving a shit enough.
That's
to
what I'm
have
saying.
Said
Like
the right name.
There's no way that you could have written that to be any funnier.
It was.
You couldn't make this up, man.
They're saying Pump has lost like 800,000 followers. The number keeps going up. It was like
800,000.
200, 300K.
But he has how many millions now? At this point, don't even matter, right?
Bro, the people are going to be out to destroy Lil Pump after he did this. I wouldn't be surprised if they ban him from playlists like he's Tory fucking Lanes or
Oh
something.
my
No,
God.
I don't think they're.
Oh
Him.
my god.
You don't think they do him that dirty?
Not that dirty.
I just don't see where he like. What was his goal
to
of
get
like?
attention, to get people to talk about
To
it. It's
just
so
get his
fucking
name back in
obvious.
the-
It's just he's trolling and being funny.
But I don't think he's really trying to be funny though. I think that he has Pump might be what they call a one issue voter, where the tax thing, he sees that. He sees the narrative of Joe Biden is going to raise your taxes, which might be true, and especially if you make a lot of money. In particular, they're saying like $400,000 and up is the category,
shit.
which I would assume Pump
Looks
is
like I might have to vote for.
perhaps in.
Stop.
I think that Pump sees that, and that's enough for him to just sort of buy into this. I also have some insider information that would suggest that there are other people around him that support Trump that might be
that makes
influencing
sense.
him a little bit, and he's decided to hitch his wagon to this. I want to be honest with you. I think that a lot of the appeal of Lil Pump is that he's sort of like lovable and like that you could kind of see yourself in him. Like you could look at Lil Pump even if you're a 30-year-old man and you could be like, wow, isn't it a beautiful thing to be
like
16
Xanax
and
addicted.
zanned out and just having a good time. I feel like this kind of like fucks up that fantasy for a lot of people that maybe Pump already was kind of struggling to keep people engaged with that fantasy.
Yeah.
I think it's already been a downhill decline.
It's been not the best couple
Yeah.
years in Pump's
And-
career, you know?
Does he know anything about taxes?
He knows that he doesn't want to pay that much of them. He wants to pay less taxes. I think that he's a one-issue voter, and that
I don't think that.
I don't think Pump really cares about abortion. I wouldn't be surprised if he had some girls have abortions in the past, perhaps.
I think he did.
I'm gonna
this
make a
all
bitch have
to
abortion.
just be
Ooh. I'm
funny.
gonna make a bitch have abortion.
And
Ooh.
get
I'm gonna make a bitch have
attention.
abortion. Ooh.
I think he
'Cause
likes the
what-
attention for sure.
100%. That's why he did it.
But I think he also kind of like sincerely believes in what he's saying. And I think that I think
I
he
don't- I
might
really
not
don't think
really
so.
Trump
realize
2020.
to what extent people take politics really fucking serious, and that it's not like you're rooting for a basketball player.
Yeah.
People will like even think about Lil Wayne, think about Kanye, think about Ice Cube.
Yeah.
All these people have either endorsed Trump or been Ice Cube. I think that his support of Donald Trump has been like over exaggerated a bit. But like in the other cases, like Lil Wayne and Kanye and stuff, I think that they are going to see like real consequences from them coming out for Trump, which is fine if they want to, for sure. I'm just saying that I don't really feel like that Pump might realize
Trump and Pump.
how much that might affect. Like, I feel like there are really artists who wouldn't work with him.
No, for
Like
sure.
a lot of artists maybe who are
Dude,
really
you don't
not going to work with
he
somebody
You
in a
don't think
MAGA
that
hat.
the people around him like told him about this before?
I don't think he really has people that would
Yeah.
necessarily tell him that.
He probably doesn't have anybody
That's
around
kinda
him that
crazy.
will tell him anything besides like, "Huh, great idea, Pump."
Right. And he sees it going viral. He sees it getting a reaction. And I think he's just having fun with it because he ain't taking that MAGA hat off right now. And
And look-
it's been a few days.
And look, like you made a good point. It's like it's not like you're fucking voting for it's not like you're
Rooting
like
for a
rooting for a
basketball team.
basketball team. It's like these policies and these beliefs and like the type of shit that Donald Trump is pushing will affect people's real lives, will affect people's families, jobs, and just like the greater good of America as a whole. And it's just like,
right.
dude, you're pushing some shit like trying to be funny or like trying to get like in the headlines is fucking stupid. I don't man, like I couldn't believe that I was even watching this.
I've had a good amount of people on Twitter kind of like blaming Lil Pump's career on me, which seems like a stretch.
You're right.
And demanding that I sort of like renounce his support of Donald Trump.
How would
Which
you
seems
What does
bizarre
that have
to me.
anything to do with you?
I would think almost nothing.
Also, what was like Rich the Kid's involvement? Like, did he
Well,
say
get-
that he was for Trump?
He is the master clout chaser. He came out saying that he was invited to
Yeah, I
come
saw
on the
that.
jet and to go to this event.
In
that-
very poor spelling.
I would be very interested to know to what extent the Trump campaign like put Pump on the private jet and like had him come out.
I think
and
that's exactly what they
invested
did.
in that, or if that was Pump seeing
And-
the value in that and like getting himself there.
No.
It
I
says
think-
a lot.
Well, this is what I was thinking too. I'm like, did they previously see him supporting Trump on his Instagram and then they reached out?
I think-
Or
I think maybe, and that's the narrative that Rich the
Yeah.
Kid is putting out there, is that they were trying to fly him out. It's kind of hard to imagine that anyone who works in politics would have the grammar that was expressed in that
Exactly.
text conversation that you saw Rich the Kid having. You kind of expect people who work in politics to have a bit better grammar than that. But hey, who knows? Maybe his connect to the Trump campaign is not the most learned folk, or doesn't have the spell check working on his phone at this time for some reason.
Those thread of texts were insane.
maybe that's why this person is like the hip hop connect because
Exactly.
they have the cool dialect and they can
Maybe
talk
they
like
did
the
that on
youngsters.
purpose. Like that was like they had a branding meeting about how this person was going to reach
To, like,
out to the
court
hip hop
them?
community. First thing, turn off your spell check.
Spell
because
wrong.
maybe people will relate with you a little bit more if you don't like add the G to a end of
Yeah.
a ing word. Like if you said balling and you said BALLIN, maybe Rich the Kid will
They're
think
they're definitely going
he will
on the
think
jet.
you have a more authentic voice.
I mean, think about this. Joe Biden had 2
I was
Chainz
gonna
perform
talk about
I'm
that.
Different.
Wait,
See,
wait.
I thought that was pretty artfully,
I'm going to vote
masterfully
for
done.
these people because their policies are different. All right, hit it.
Right.
Who's different?
I'm different.
He was like, I'm a supporter of things being different.
Different. And you
Right.
know I'm different.
I'm different.
I like that. It doesn't take a lot to form a connection there, but
And then you just hear
my
the piano
God.
ding, 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 ding.
ding.
I was like, oh my.
you know what
fucking
would have been
God.
the only thing better for that Lil Pump performance is if he had actually performed Gucci Gang on stage.
What if he remixed
He
it
had
to
to-
like Trump Gang?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
MAGA
Trump
gang,
gang,
MAGA
Trump
gang,
gang,
MAGA
MAGA
gang.
gang.
But you know how Trump does this dance?
Like the
I want to see him do this Gucci Gang. Gucci
No, that's
gang,
your
Gucci gang.
dance.
I was going to say,
No.
I've never seen
This
anyone
is
do
the-
that, but
no,
you.
This
I
is the
do
Trump
this.
one.
Oh, yeah. You do like the little.
The Trump
Ryan.
one is when he's jacking off the ghost in the
Yeah.
air. It's like,
It is so weird.
That's kind of like
I would
your
like to
dance,
see him
though.
do that to Gucci Gang.
I'm not gonna lie though, the remix MAGA hat with the 45 and the American flag on it.
Oh well, I'm gonna be real with you. The only MAGA hat that looks right to me is the original one. Whenever I see the new weird ones with different fonts, I mean, I wouldn't wear it, but I look at that and I'm like, that is not it. Like, keep the original. It would be like Supreme in a different fucking box letter font. Like,
that
I
would
only
be
want to see the
terrible.
MAGA hat in the original font.
In the words of Almighty Suspect featuring Shitty Boys, just slap fire out a nigga with a Trump hat.
Ooh, I like it when they get political.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Tell him.
Punchanazi.com. I've been.
punch you then.
No, don't give me that. I've been.
Sleepy Adam.
I've been like
Sleepy 22.
pretty astonished by how many people who normally I have some degree of respect for their opinion are very willing right now to hop on every accusation of fraud in terms of voting.
Keemstar?
Just different people, different conservative people that I normally like don't think are batshit crazy. And yeah, Keemstar is definitely one person that I think is in the batshit crazy
I
category
don't get
right
that
now.
weird cartoon. Like he thought, like what was that? The cartoon
What?
he tweeted
Oh,
a
okay,
cartoon,
yeah.
and you were like, I think this isn't what you think it is, or some shit.
And we argued about this like way longer than we should have because he basically posted a cartoon.
Your favorite thing ever.
He's giving. It's got Trump, and he's pointing out the one ballot that says Trump votes, and he says legal votes, I think. And then
it said votes.
right,
Okay.
and then he's pointing at the
Fraud.
the Biden votes, and it just says fraud. And Keemstar posted this as if this somehow actually supported his opinion of there being rampant fraud in the election. And
okay.
that's really not the intention of this cartoon. This cartoon
It's
was
making
saying
fun of it.
Trump is calling all the votes for him real votes, and he's calling all the votes for Biden as being fraud, and that's ridiculous because it doesn't make any sense. They're all the same votes, and there is no like indication of fraud. Keemstar posted this as if it supported the accusation that there is fraud, and you would think that it would be pretty easy to explain that to him, and that he might even think about deleting it. But he was very defensive about it and did not delete it. And I
want to go back.
I
and
noticed a
read this.
lot of other people in politics dunking on him for this because, to be fair, he supports Trump, and this is about the most Trumpian thing you can imagine.
Yeah.
Is to kind of like blow it and like get something wrong, and then instead
Keep
of admitting
arguing
it, just keep defending it, and just realize that your fans will probably just rat out for you at some point. So
I just don't understand how he's brainwashed so many people into just.
I blame. I'm not gonna blame anybody, but his support from the black men has gone up this year, Trump compared to 2016. So Housephone, we are looking at you.
No,
What do I have to
it
do
was
with
like
anything?
20%, right, or some shit.
I don't know, but listen, in 2020, this is what we do. It's identity politics. If
was itching.
less white men voted for Trump this year than in 2016. So, I mean, I didn't vote for him the other time either,
Listen, man.
but I voted against him again this time. And I'm just saying,
Just the
white
whole-
men showing some improvement.
I just want to
Black
say.
men, not so much.
I can't
Okay,
even
no.
entertain.
You must answer for this.
I can't
He has no idea how to
You-
process.
You can't,
I can't even
because
entertain this
what's
bullshit you're
what's
saying.
the percentage? Because it said only
There's like 5%
20
more black men
don't-
voted for him.
No,
Don't
no,
even
no, no,
enter-
not
don't entertain
Not
him.
the. Okay,
Please.
let's not entertain him.
Please,
no,
please.
but I'm saying that I think it said only 20% of black male voters voted.
Oh, it's still low. Yeah,
It's still
not
very
much.
fucking low compared
Yeah.
to how many fucking white men voted for him.
That's fair. Yeah. Obviously, of like
That's all I'm saying.
overall percentage, white men are
Of
voting
course.
for Trump
There you go.
a lot.
That's what I'm saying. But listen,
But in terms of change over the last 4 years,
the difference is I'm different. Ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
Okay, just the whole integration of like social media and like celebrityness
Pawns.
and politics and just how it's fusing together is just fucking scary, man. It's like, what if Adam runs for president?
that's
No,
not
absolutely
a good idea.
not.
It's not going to work
Please don't
out.
do that.
Were you the night of the election? You're just like 100% not paying attention to this. You're just like doing Xanax and just like
No.
dyeing your hair pink or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was not doing Xanax. I've been in my own bubble and just working on my shit and just actually trying to
Album mode.
stay as far away from
Keep
this shit as
thinking you're
possible.
doing album. mode.
Album mode.
But, okay, remember when they used to do Vote or Die?
Yeah, that was a
That
great
was
campaign.
that was a great
actually.
campaign, but back then they weren't like really endorsing one or the other,
Yeah,
right?
they were
Still,
just
you see a lot of people do that. Like Lil Baby put up a post I noticed where he was saying like go out and vote, but he's not saying go out and vote for Biden. But
well,
you could probably kind of assume.
in the Kanye Joe Rogan podcast, he brought up a really good point. Trump voters will always stand on the thing like Trump 2020, but then Biden voters are always just like vote. It's your choice. Do what you want.
Right.
So
And it's because, like, I mean, obviously it's for the presidency, but also go vote on the props that you are, you support, you stand by,
True.
So it's like,
says a guy that didn't vote.
who said I didn't vote?
You told me you didn't vote.
I probably said that like a week ago.
Oh, but you did vote.
Maybe.
You voted late. You
Maybe.
fraud.
Maybe.
Fake votes.
Yeah, I was one of the fake voters.
I did not even know I was registered to vote, and then I got the ballot in the mail, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm riding
I'm
with
proud of you.
Biden.
I actually thought that I couldn't vote because I got 1 felony. I got 2 felonies. I got 3 felonies. I
Bitch,
got
I'm
4
Bill
felonies.
Bellamy.
I got 5 felonies. I got 6 felonies. I got 7 felonies. Bitch, I'm Bill Bellamy. So I thought that I couldn't vote.
Shout out to the base god.
But then I just
know it's
learned
pictures.
that some bill passed.
I voted for that.
And as long as you're not on probation currently, then you can vote if you have a felony.
Well, B, I have to pee. I'm going to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
Remind me, I have to talk to you guys more about pee when I get back.
Why?
God, my nose.
I got a
itches.
story.
I don't know.
I got a story to tell.
Just hold it real quick.
No, I have to pee so bad, but this story is good.
Okay, go pee. So, Camgirl, how was your trip to Tulum? Tell me about it.
Amazing. I thought I was able to fucking miss a week, but you guys moved the thing.
I know, right?
Right for the day, right after I got back. I was like, God damn it.
You're like, God damn it.
But no, I had a really good time. It was nice to get away and like
I was about to say, I feel like you are a person that is so like head down and focused on your work or whatever
Oh,
you
thank
have
you.
going on. That
Album mode.
No, I feel like
I'm always in album mode.
the past like 3 years that I've known you, you've been in album mode, you know?
Thank you.
You and your boyfriend. So it was good to see you guys like go.
I know it was annoying because he didn't realize like you have to like plan ahead. So he had like 7 or 8 different projects he had to work on. So one of the nights he took Adderall and then worked from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m.
And then slept the whole day.
Yeah, and then had diarrhea the next day.
What did you do like this time?
I
when
was
he
so
asleep?
annoyed. I was like, we're in fucking. I got a massage. I went to the beach.
That's
but,
fine. You did all that while he was asleep?
No, while he was working.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was nice to get away and like I just stayed off social media, which was awesome. And like I don't know, it was nice
probably
to
the
like
best part.
it was nice to just not be on my phone and like looking at bullshit and just scrolling.
I know.
You know? But yeah, it was nice. And it was interesting because everyone makes Tulum out to be like this like super hyped IG thing, and like I don't know, didn't feel like that at all. Maybe I didn't go to the spots that have that kind of like those IG girls and stuff like that, but I don't know.
It looked
I feel
pretty nice for you.
It was really really nice, but I know I'm just saying like I thought I was gonna see like Instagram girls just walking around taking pictures, like everyone like influencers just taking pictures and having photographers, and it
But
wasn't
just
like
regular
that.
people just hanging
It was
out.
just regular people, except the night of Halloween. I guess
you were there on Halloween.
I was there on Halloween. They have like I guess every night has like a different bar or club that people go to that's popping. And so the night of Halloween, Saturday was like Papaya Beach Club or some shit. Oh my god, the line to that shit! I thought I was at One Oak. I was like,
it was pop?
I'm not. I didn't go, but I was driving past because my hotel is on the way. And
You guys didn't go to the club on Halloween?
Hell no.
Tulum
Hell no.
is like West Hollywood in Mexico.
I didn't feel like
It's
that,
though.
I didn't go to those spots. That's why.
You can be isolated from it a lot, but then when you, okay, so you know how there's just that one road that
That's
goes
where
along
I
the
said,
beach,
Zona Hoteletera.
right?
Yeah.
There's a what Dior store or is it fucking?
Oh, Jesus.
There's
There's no
designer
dress-
stores on that street. Me and Leno went to it. It was fucking crazy.
Oh, I missed out on that.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
see
They
that.
have it.
No, but I was telling him
Yeah,
on the night of.
Blasey purposely drove you away from that. He was like,
If I knew about that, I was
yeah,
like, first
exactly,
up,
exactly.
He strategically avoided the Birkin store the whole time.
It's called the Hermes store, but okay.
The Birkin store.
The Birkin store.
Loser. Okay,
forgot.
no, anyways.
Fuck.
No,
Fuck.
okay, so
No
on
drip.
Halloween
No
night,
drip.
there was this spot called Papaya Beach Club where I guess everyone goes to, and like the line.
And they give you papaya like while you wait in line?
Probably, but the line outside was like One Oak. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go to that.
Yeah,
So you didn't
we,
dress-
we stayed low key when we were out
Yeah,
there
I
too,
stayed
yeah.
super low key.
You
I just
didn't
stayed in my
dress
hotel. We went. Well, no, that day we went to this theme park called Xcaret, or no, but
This theme park and
No.
it's open?
yes, it's actually pronounced Escaret, so it's kind of like Escaret. Yeah.
Where was all this on the Instagram story?
I didn't post any of it.
What the fuck?
Really?
I mean, I forgot. I was having a good time.
You must have been having a really good time if you didn't fucking
Yeah,
post
she-
the story.
I never post. I
No,
always
Only,
forget.
only thing I saw her post was like her playing like wooden Jenga on the beach
Oh,
or
that was
something.
fun.
People-
I was like, damn, like they're really relaxed.
People
bro.
go
I was relaxed.
on vacation just to post it all on
Yes.
Instagram to flex on their friends who didn't go on
That's
vacation.
so lame.
That's what I'm saying.
That's so
What-
lame. But I did take a bunch of pictures that I'm waiting to post because should I not post right now because elections?
What, you think it's insensitive?
I don't know.
This is like the protest? No,
Are
I
they
think
gonna?
it's fine.
No, are they gonna suppress my thing?
like on
I
the
think it'll be all
algorithm.
right. Well,
Right.
maybe
Are
just
they
don't
gonna-
say anything about voting and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I was having that dilemma too because my shoes are about to drop very soon.
But
Wait,
everybody's
wait a
just
week.
talking about the election,
Wait
right?
a week.
Yeah, but no, I have to announce it. I feel like at least like a week before the actual drop date.
Well, they're
right?
saying that they're gonna count all the votes by next Thursday or Friday.
That's too long. I need.
Maybe post about it now and then.
I'm gonna post it
Oh no,
tomorrow.
post it next week.
I think it's
No.
totally fine to post right now. Like realistically, Lil Housephone average fan is not
gonna give a
even
fuck
aware that
about
there is an
election.
election.
Yeah, you're right.
No, the No Jumper fans are like, dude, we don't give a fuck about the election. Why didn't you do the show on Tuesday?
I would love to have seen the comments when we were just talking about the election because I was on the Young Turks YouTube channel and they're like super liberal leftist fucks, and the comments are so pro-Trump, trolling them, laughing at their pain.
Oh my god.
The internet as a whole, YouTube as a whole, is so fucking Trump friendly. When you look at the comments and shit,
I feel
crazy.
like Adam 22's house is Trump friendly too.
That's not true. Imagine I had a Trump sign in front of my house. I would never do that. Can't you guys ready to hear this fucking tale?
About
Hey,
pee.
your pee?
It's the most exciting thing that's happened to me in a while. All right. And I need you guys to promise that you're not going to, ew, nasty. We have to treat this like we're a fucking medical committee and we have to be very
I'll
mature
try
and
my
serious
hardest.
here.
I'll
You
try
ready?
my hardest.
Yeah.
Ew, you're gonna show us something?
Yeah.
I'm not going
Oh
to
my
show
God.
you.
He was like, all
anything.
right.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna stand up. Oh
Okay,
god.
no. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I got a story to tell. So basically, my penis hurt. And it hurt for, maybe a week or two. It was like feeling kind of weird.
But like where? Like the head, shaft?
It was just like a
Balls.
dull, weird pain in the penis, like the shaft.
Was there any like bumps?
No bumps, no leakage or anything. So I go to the STD clinic and I get the urine panel done, which basically tests you for all STDs besides like HIV, and it
herpes.
tests you for UTI as well, which is the other thing I was thinking it could possibly be.
Okay.
And I was weirded out by this. I was like really worried, and so I got this panel done. Nothing came back negative on anything. So I booked a urologist appointment for the first time in my life. I go in. This very nice guy has me pee in a cup. So I pee in this cup. He examines my urine. He says, I don't see anything wrong. He starts asking me some more questions, and he decides that he needs to check my prostate, which I had my colonoscopy previously, but this was some other shit. He basically, like, real quick, they do it in a real hurry, so you don't see it coming. But he just tells me, he's like, all right, well, you're going to have to bend over right here. And he's fucking putting this glove on. He's putting the goop on the glove. And this and he hands me
He
a
just rammed you in the asshole.
he rammed his fucking
does
finger.
he have a big hand?
He was a big guy.
God
He's taller
damn.
than you?
I think he might have been taller than me, or at least
Dude,
as tall as
he
me.
fisted you.
I thought that too, but I'm pretty sure that there would be no real reason to do that. Gah!
So it was just one finger?
I'm pretty sure it was one finger. God, I hope he didn't go for two. That just seems like unnecessary.
Did you feel it like wiggle around while he was in there?
No, I don't think he I don't think he was like looking for the G spot or anything. But for me, this was very traumatic. But okay, this is the thing. He gives me a little tiny cup before he does this, and he tells me to hold this like on my penis while he's doing it to
Yo.
catch
Oh,
because
to pee?
I mean no, it's like when you stimulate the prostate, like I've heard about this my
my
whole
God.
life,
You
but
came?
I never felt the need to actually experiment, but. It wasn't like actual ejaculate. It was
It's
sort
like a
of
little
like
pre-cum.
clearish, like pre-cumish type, like
So you-
splatter of
you-
liquid
so
came
you
out of my penis head
Fingered
from
your
it.
asshole
Finger
and
in
you
the
came.
booty hole, and you loved
Fingers
it.
in the booty ass nigga.
First time in my life that I had my prostate triggered manually by a man with a rubber glove
and a huge hand and maybe
and
a
a big
huge
hand.
dick.
It was like he could have been a linebacker in college. Who knows?
Did you feel
You
like
were
any
so
like
turned
type
on.
of sexual tension like before he did this?
No.
Did you guys hug after?
Honestly, the way that he did it, where he just sort of like said, all right, this is what we got to do. Boom, bend up. Like it was so fast that I didn't have time to be fucking worried about it. And then it just happened. But the problem is that I kind of missed the cup with with the stuff that came out of my wiener. But I got a little bit of
secret
it.
sauce.
But then he tells me, he's like, all right, well, it's still going to be inside of your penis or whatever. You just need to drink. You need to pee in this cup, and it'll like come out with the pee.
Wait,
but
what will
I
come out
couldn't
with the
pee.
pee?
The like apparently
jizz.
when he stimulated my prostate, that's how he would be able to like test that and find out if there was something wrong with my prostate. And so, but then I had to go into the lobby of the doctor's office and stand there and drink. They had these little tiny cups like this big, and I had to drink like 20 of them of like the coldest, freezing
cup water.
office water.
That's how I'm about to get some more of
I
our
love
office water.
I probably honestly drank 20 little cups of this before I finally was like, okay, I can pee a little bit now. my body was freezing from this ice cold water.
Shriveled up
You're
meat.
like, ooh.
And he then informed me that he thinks that I have an infection on my prostate that was
ouch.
spreading and then when I started to think about it, I started to think like, oh my God, my balls have been like a little bit more sensitive lately. That
Take care
I think
of
is
your penis,
connected
man.
as well. So now I'm on this antibiotic and I feel amazing. And I now realize that I'm pretty sure that this is exactly what I
How
was
do you get a
experiencing.
random
Yeah, does
prostate
it know
infection?
where it came
I
from?
have no idea.
Have you just been like shitting and not wiping good enough or something?
I don't think that it's like a poop messiness
Well, I'm
type
glad
thing.
you don't have prostate cancer.
Me neither,
That would've
because
been
that's what
fucking
my
scary.
dad had that at one point.
Really?
That's
And
really
he actually
scary.
had chemotherapy and got past it,
Yeah,
which
that
is
sucks.
that is scary because I had my actual real colonoscopy done last year, and they said that I was all good, but now I have this
Thanks
thing.
for
But
sharing that intimate
No,
experience
yeah, that was
with
very
us.
intimate.
I
honestly.
do. I want
That's
to tell
crazy.
people that I now weirdly feel like I know what gay dudes are talking about when they're all like trying to get nailed in the asshole.
I
Like,
think you want that more.
I don't think I want that, but now I've like been right up there next to the brink of like kind of experiencing it. I'm like, oh, so that's
This
what
is what-
y'all are
This is
doing.
what it's about.
But I don't really feel like I myself need to continue to
Explore.
indulge.
Wow.
Do it on your little OnlyFans.
It's like I
thing.
went to a poetry reading one time.
You should have made it into a whole
Oh my
OnlyFans
god!
thing.
Make it like
Yeah,
that.
tell
you know?
the doctor I'm just gonna set my phone up.
Yeah, exactly. Pay him. Give him a cut of the OnlyFans.
Wait, did you have to
Imagine he
bend?
was down.
Did you have to like cough when you
No,
bend over?
have Trey Schlongs or whatever be the next like doctor and just have a little scene.
Or just Lena.
No,
Lena
No,
with
you
a
gotta
rubber
have-
glove and she just lubes up her hand and just boom.
no, it has to be a
You got,
linebacker.
yeah, you got to make it Trey Schlong.
It
Imagine.
has to be a linebacker.
Like, do you
Have
think
Brian Pumper do your next.
yeah.
Do you think that the hip hop community would disown me if I was getting my asshole fingered by my girlfriend on OnlyFans? Because I would
I mean, you already
understand.
I
have
think
a
you
video
have
of
like
you,
a
like-
lot of weird things that you've already done.
You already had a
and
video of
some
you
them
getting your
have
ass
already-
ate on Twitter.
Do you think that
disowned
if
you.
I had my asshole fingered on Twitter, that like Diddy would come out and be like, "We need to make him leave the culture. This is
Diddy.
wrong." No, actually, Diddy is
May-
probably the opposite.
maybe
yeah.
T.I..
Maybe Jay-Z would come out and be like, "Listen, we can't just let this white guy get his booty fingered on Twitter. He's gone."
If you did that, I might have to actually quit this time.
You really judge me like that? When I find out
wouldn't
that my
judge-
friends are getting into getting fucked in the ass, I don't judge them.
I wouldn't judge you, but just like the overwhelming messages that I would get from other people about you getting your booty fingered on Twitter would be too much for me.
For
to
the
handle.
record, I'm not interested in having anything in my butt, and every time I've had a doctor do it, it just cements that further and further. That wow,
Is that like a male thing that you have to do all the time? Because I've never had a woman doctor
You
finger
finger
my
her-
booty hole.
he said he could just feel that my prostate felt fucked up and possibly infected. Isn't that crazy?
He just got in there and was like, he had to have 2 fingers so he could get a grip on your
You
prostate.
definitely like
He's
wiggled
just
a little
tugging
bit.
on it. I don't even know what a prostate is or what it looks like at all.
It's like a little bean.
a bean.
I don't know. I just made
A
that.
bean in your ass?
I put the bean in my ass.
I
put the bean in my ass.
Little
though.
hockey
I
sack.
put the bean in my ass. Ooh,
Wow.
I put the bean in my ass.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm glad you're okay, and I don't know, your prostate is not infected anymore. I wonder how it got infected, so you could inform the viewers.
I
on
wish I could tell 'em.
how to not get an
But
infection.
I
in
do
your
know
booty
that
hole.
getting your prostate checked as soon as you get into your 30s or whatever is like very, very.
That's gonna be like 20
important.
years for our viewers.
This is possibly true. Shout out to all the 10-year-olds. But I'm just saying, it's like if you care about your health at all, getting your prostate checked out like early rather than not is very important.
I'm not looking forward to a colonoscopy. How old do you have to be to get those?
It's so weird how transparently not into anal Kim is. Because that girl who's like down with anal would be like colonoscopy, whatever.
Who would want to have a colonoscopy? You can't eat the whole day before. You have to get like
Oh.
water shoved up your ass.
Was there water in there? Let me tell
Or
you
some
this.
shit.
Some
Yeah,
type
to
of
clean it out.
solution, yeah.
The day that I couldn't eat.
I guess girls that like anal like colonoscopies. Your logic is all the way off.
Remember when Michael Scott thought that Oscar would just be down to was that like oh no, he thought that Oscar would be happy to go to jail because he would get to have gay
He's gay.
sex.
He's so stupid.
That's like you, Adam.
But anyway, yeah, if I was in jail, it's whatever. I'll just experiment
No,
with my
he'll be-
prostate in
He'll be
there.
so happy.
I just meant you're Michael Scott.
No, don't do that to me, dude. Yuri's definitely Michael Scott.
Oh, 1000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, he
No,
kinda
Yuri's
actually
Dwight.
does look like.
Yuri's
Him.
Yuri's
Dwight.
Dwight and you're Michael Scott.
But Dwight is like an evil
and
genius.
you're the cool fucking
Oh,
warehouse
you're
guy.
Stanley. That's cool. No,
No, he's
no,
a
no.
cool warehouse guy.
I'm the warehouse.
No,
dude.
Daryl's like buff and like fucking like
Daryl's not
man's
buff.
man.
No, but
That's
he's
me.
cool.
Stanley's like 50 years old, which is kind of.
I'm definitely fucking Kelly.
There's
Which
no
one's
Asian
Kelly?
representation on this show, huh?
Yeah, Kelly. She's Asian.
Yeah.
He's Indian.
That's Asian.
In Asia.
Okay.
Dummy.
Well, Russia's in Asia too. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
they're white.
there's not like an Asian woman, which is a shame.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because
People
Michael
that
had
are,
that.
people that are Indian are counted into Asian.
Do you remember the Dundies? And Michael is doing his like Asian character, Pan or something,
Pan.
Ping.
Ping.
Don't remember.
And then there's just they're in Applebee's and there's just like an Asian woman like looking in horror while Michael's doing this impersonation.
How often do you watch The Office?
you really
I've
I haven't
been
watched
actually-
The Office in like 5 years.
Me and Lena have been playing a lot of Rummy, which sounds weird to say because it's such an unbelievably lame thing to be doing. But we've been playing a lot of Rummy lately, and
Rummy?
What the hell's that?
Yeah.
it's a card game. It's pretty fun.
It's a card game.
I'm not sure how much strategy there is involved because I tried to look up some videos of people playing it at a higher level, and I haven't really found much. But I'm really actually thinking of getting into Pokemon trading cards.
Dude.
I know it's super trendy right now, but
super backwards,
I was
like-
paying attention to the
Yeah.
actual game, and I feel like it looks really fun.
You're just going to pay an insane amount. You should have gone into it like
20 years ago.
yeah, I wish I still had mine. I had a whole book
I had
with
a
like the
booklet.
fucking sleeves and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know where the hell
your
they were.
condition was probably shit. That's one thing I find out is that like a lot of people's collections are like not worth much because the condition of the cards isn't good
Yeah,
enough.
I was like
Oh, no.
I was like 5.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, I had mine in like
But
the
I
plastic
did
sleeves.
mine have
yeah.
in like plastic. I had
Like
all
my-
of because
like-
I heard that was like important to
I
do
don't
and
know
whatever.
that the cards that you need to play the game are necessarily like mega expensive to the point where it would be prohibitive.
No,
I
but
feel like a
the
lot of the
collector's
cards that you
item?
need are like newer stuff as well, which I don't.
They
again,
have
I
new
don't-
Pokemon cards now?
Oh yeah, they still
Yeah,
make new
I
ones all
didn't
the
know that.
time.
Of
Yeah.
course.
It's crazy.
Just follow Franelations on Instagram and you'll fucking.
Franelations honestly needs to pull up to the crib and just teach me.
He will.
Give me a few hours of
probably
Pokemon
would.
because I
He's
used
probably
to.
watching this right now. Shout out
Oh,
my
yeah,
boy.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he's a mod.
Shout out my boyfriend.
He used to always, or I used to always play Magic the Gathering when I was in high school, or not when I was in high school. I was
God.
actually telling this story earlier about how I got out of it because I got bullied by my BMX friends when I was like 14.
That's so
I'm glad.
funny.
Yeah, they made fun of me for having a mountain bike, and so I got into riding BMX bikes.
I had
and then
friends in college that played that fucking religiously. It was so
Magic,
annoying. Yeah.
great game.
It was so annoying. Oh my god. They
Much
were
as
trying
social
to
justice warrior lunatics who are into it these days, from what I hear. But
I have no
Really?
idea what
That's
you
so
guys are talking
strange. Yeah,
about.
they would have like a whole like gatherings of like magic.
Gathering of the
Gathering.
Juggalos.
Oh yeah, we're going to that. No, when I was in Japan and we went to the Pokemon store, we saw mad Japanese dudes playing the Pokemon trading card game.
Really?
And
Cool.
I was watching like some YouTubers who like open the boxes of
Didn't
packs.
Jake Paul buy like a $2 million whatever Rogan?
Like,
and
what
I think
the
it was like
fuck?
Rogan Paul,
400K
whatever.
or 200K.
Like what was in there that made it that expensive?
It's just one of the super original Pokemon boxes
Wow.
that and what they do is they have all these different people who are watching, and you can like invest. Like you could spend, I don't know how much it was, like a couple $1,000s to buy
Into-
one of the packs, and then whatever comes in that pack you then get. Logan Paul mails it to you. And there's people like Logan Paul doing this is new, but there's people who do this on YouTube like day
All
in,
day.
day out, where they just open packs of cards. You get to invest in it. It's kind of cool.
It's
This
crazy.
sound-
Go on. It's crazy that because I remember when it was a big phenomenon when I was younger to collect these, and then they would all say like, save them because you never know how much they're going to be worth, and like same thing
Yeah.
with Beanie Babies, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's actually happening. I wish I saved
I
them.
wonder if Beanie Babies will ever go back up in price, because I actually read a whole book about the collapse of the Beanie Baby market.
Dude, I had tubs and tubs of fucking Beanie Babies. I spent like thousands of dollars on those.
Why?
Bullshit. Because I love them. I don't know. They're
But
cute.
did
and I
you
thought
experience the market crash, or were you too young to care?
probably too young to care.
Right.
And I think I had phased out of my Beanie Baby craze by that point.
Right.
By the crash.
Everything you guys are talking about just reminds me of like
How lame we are.
that too, but then
not
also
lame.
no.
We're cool.
It reminds me of like the sneaker game and how like like Nike Dunks were so cool like 10 years ago, and like I had all these crazy dunks, whatever, sold
rid of
them
them.
all, gave them away, whatever, bow, and then now Travis Scott posts one picture in some Nike Dunks, and the fucking
And then
prices.
you go to San Bernardino and go buy some.
San Bernardino.
The Dino.
I'm just guessing.
Why'd I go to the Dino?
To get
Speaking
those.
of, I just had King Most Wanted on the podcast. You see that?
Yeah,
He's
I did see
super
that.
dope.
Tapped in.
I
Let's
didn't know he
go.
was that young. He's like,
Yeah.
what, 18?
He was off Xan and admitted to it partway through the interview. Felt kind of weird. I was like, wow, this hasn't happened to me in a while.
Well, he was just like out of it at some point.
He was a
was
little like zoned out in retrospect, but he also just like admitted in the middle of it, like, yeah, I'm off of Xan right now. Like, and also was talking about crashing a car
Yeah.
off the Xans, which reminded me of
sounds horrible.
the German Don Krez interview where they were telling some pretty vicious, fucked up Xanax stories too.
Yeah, he had a whole he had his arm in a cast, didn't he? King's Most Wanted.
Yeah, and it was from that.
It was from that accident.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
but
That's crazy.
He's from Victorville and San Bernardino. Like he born in the Dino, moved to Victorville.
It's just such a funny thing because like everyone from LA, from like, you know, South Central and Compton, whatever, like whatever parts of LA, we always make fun of, you know,
The Dino.
People who are not from LA.
yeah, or whatever. But it's like, dude, it's such a big community. It's actually so much shit going on out there. It's like if you knew, then you wouldn't make fun of that shit because the shit's crazy.
We need to go out there and sell methamphetamines for sure.
Like you said, people were hitting you up about being at the McDonald's, like you shouldn't be there, and like
Not like you shouldn't be there, but people were hitting me up like
You should be careful.
I cannot believe that you are in San Bernardino at this fucking McDonald's museum. It's just like the shittiest old McDonald's you ever seen, but it was like original McDonald's.
See, I
guess.
thought that one in Downey was the original one.
I think that they both are in some way or
You should-
another.
Oh, so
like
go
that
on.
one in Downey is still, it's like the longest standing one, but it's updated. It looks like a modern McDonald's, right?
No, I think it's still
it's the old
probably on
school
the
one.
inside, but yeah, but it has like the old school look on the outside.
You should go keep going on your Dino wave and interview the Who's Him.
We actually were just talking about
I
that.
love his music.
Let's go.
You need to tap
I
in.
don't get
You need to
it.
tap in with Kay
And a
Lyons too.
girlfriend.
He's also from the IE area.
Really?
Yeah, he's super fire.
Send me some links. Like I
I
got
got
tapped
you.
in.
I mean, shit. Hook is from out there too. She's
For
from
real?
She's from the Riverside.
So you can just thrive in San Bernardino. Oh, I'm talking about the Dino now. I'm not talking about Riverside.
I mean, all that shit's
It's San Bernardino County.
Riverside's lit though. They give you Monster Energy in the hospital when you're a baby there.
wait.
Shut the fuck up.
That's just what I heard.
I'm like, what?
When I
I
think
believed
about
you for a
Riverside,
second.
I think about Monster Energy. I'm
Why?
sorry.
Is it
Why do
from
you-
there?
It just seems like, well,
They
number
drink
one,
a
when
lot
you
of
drive
wood?
to Riverside, you do see the Monster fucking
Logo or
The,
something?
no, the
my
factory
God.
giant. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know. And also, everyone there just drives trucks and has like more rock
Yes.
star energy
And
things.
everyone in
Oh.
the, if you pay taxes to Riverside, you are obligated to have a Monster Energy truck sticker like on the back of your truck.
You know why? Because it's a San Bernardino thing to have. There's this thing
Energy
called
drink pride?
Bros.
Bros.
You know about
that's
bros?
like Orange
We have
County.
bros too. I know about bros.
That's
no,
like Orange
it's not
County
that kind of
vibes.
bros. It's like they kind of dress like
Like cholos.
like
almost.
cholos almost. They only wear black, white, and red. And then the bro hoes are the women. They only wear black, white, and hot pink.
But you're saying this is an offshoot of the Cholos?
No, this is like then they ride like dirt bikes. It's like a whole thing over there.
Yeah, and
Wow.
like
Yeah.
it's like
It's not like the bro
it's like
you're
being a
thinking
white.
about.
It's like being a white cholo.
Kinda,
bet that
yeah.
there's
They
like
do
a-
dress like cholos. I was gonna say
I
that.
bet there's like a Vice documentary about it that I don't know
I
about.
should do a
Like the
documentary
real,
on the bros.
like the real bros of Simi Valley. I keep referring to this. Y'all need to go watch that. That shit was hilarious.
That Getter thing?
Yes,
I watched a
that shit
little
was
bit of it. It
hilarious.
was funny when he
It
was fighting the baby.
It's fucking baby keeps looking at me weird, dude. This baby's giving me bad vibes, man.
You should support black comedians. Stop.
I think he does.
Less
I do.
white people stuff.
Dave Chappelle is my top favorite comedian of all
I
time.
was just kidding. Please don't take that like that's a real thing that I actually think.
I don't take anything you
You're-
say as
yeah,
a real thing that you actually
It
think.
comes in here and then goes out there.
Yeah. Well, you tell me every day that I need to go watch Dylan Francis's reality show from a couple years ago, and I just don't. I just don't really see it for me.
It's fucking hilarious. That's why.
I don't know. You know
Bye,
what?
Yassie.
Bye, Yassie.
She was like, "Oh, damn it, they caught me."
She got a pink mask on now.
So cute.
Laura snuck out too, eh?
Laura
Oh,
fucking
I didn't
snuck
even
away.
see Laura leave.
Oh yeah.
Wow, they're so bored with our
Laura just
conversation.
has to come through, flex for Ruby Rose, and then she's out.
She's
I heard
she's
Ruby
such
Rose was a
good,
fan.
She's such a good like intermediate. I don't know what you
That's
call
a
it, like
fact,
a host.
yeah.
Laura?
Of
Yeah.
like, oh, welcome. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But
So
Laura
great-
gets
great
like
at
more
that.
offended than me when people are late or don't show up. Sometimes I have to calm her down and be like, Laura, it's
Like,
gonna be
that's-
all right.
You're like Laura.
They're
This
rappers.
is rappers.
This is
Rapper
the way of
time.
it.
During rapper time.
Wait, but I heard that Ruby Rose was a fan of our show.
Allegedly, we'll see if she sees this and posts it on her Instagram story and shouts us out and gets Camgirl that 100,000.
Ruby Rose, we love you.
Oh, I'm at 99.1. I'm currently beating Camgirl. So Ruby Rose, I need you to shout me out.
Just
Don't
cop
do
a
that.
quick K on the black market.
Oh yeah, how did you get Metro Boomin to take professional photos of your
He took better
sneakers
So
and post you and tag you and
What?
posted like 7 different photos?
I missed
First of
this. What
all,
are you talking about?
I was like, whoa.
Metro Boomin not
you-
only
Yeah,
purchased
what
our
was that about?
sneakers,
He
didn't
bought it.
He didn't.
Shout out to him.
He not only hit us. Well, him and my business partner know each other, or
Okay.
like they like went to dinner and like he like showed him the shoes, but way
Oh,
before they even came
wow.
out. So Metro Boomin not only
what?
took pictures. Not only did he buy all 4 pairs of our sneakers, but he took way more professional pictures than the pictures that I took.
They looked better than your pictures.
Yeah,
Sorry.
And
Did the account get a lot of followers from this?
I'm gonna be
You're
honest.
already at like 10K.
I mean, we're at like 13, like
13.8,
14.
I
Yeah.
Sorry.
believe. Damn, he promoing this shit
Yeah, he
hard. You
promoing
would
the
think that he got paid out the ass. If
No,
if I didn't know better, I would think that somebody paid him mad money to do that. That's
No,
crazy.
that's
he bought them.
crazy.
He bought them and just posted it, bro.
Damn, that's lit.
I mean, honestly, like, I want to say maybe we had like 6,000 or 7,000. Him posting that gave us like 8,000. So we got a couple K off it. But honestly, it's just been doing good on its own. Really, I'm gonna be honest,
So
dude.
proud of
what's
you.
up.
I feel like a mom.
I mean,
Big
Seeing you
Clout.
grown.
yeah, man. Honestly, like it's crazy. Like just like the amount of support and the love we've been getting from like the fans and from people. You know, like it's weird because like I've been working on it for a while, and like obviously like my close friends, like I've been keeping them updated with it, but just like releasing it to the world is just like crazy, man.
So when are they dropping?
Friday the 13th. I'm gonna just leak it right now. Fuck
Spooky.
it.
Friday the 13th. I love that.
Yeah,
Also,
November
I want
13th.
a brown pair with the pinky because
Yeah.
I'll do my nails the same and I'll post it like this and then I'll give you a little shout out.
Are
I need
these
that.
are the new Revenge Storms.
They're gonna be.
We're about
They're
to
on
jump
They're
over
on
the,
its own lane.
We're in
okay,
our
guy.
own lane.
Even more rare.
Even more rare.
exclusive.
Even
It's
more
more
exclusive.
cool.
It's more cool.
It's like if you show up at the function off 8 Zans, nobody's gonna know what your shoes are. They're gonna be like, "Damn, those are lit and exclusive."
No,
And
they
I don't know where they came from.
They have like a force field around them where you just can't step too close. You know.
That's a fact. Yeah. It's like you get too close, then you might be rolling the dice, getting shot.
So I understand that if somebody scuffs up someone's shoes in the club and they then shoot them dead, that you will cover their legal fees.
I don't.
I think that's in the fine print, right?
Yeah. Well, see.
Have you
the
thought
thi-
about this?
The thing with our shoes is they're unscuffable.
Talk to them.
Too much drip.
Ooh,
Like
too
like
much.
Camgirl said, there's a force field around it. You can't
I
even
love
get too
it.
close.
I love it.
Respect.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't feel the need to use this platform to like
use
talk
it.
about
use
that too
it.
much.
Use it.
I think
Use
you're
the
being
white-
subtle
Use
enough.
Adam.
Yeah, I'm trying to be subtle, Like I don't
Use no jumper.
use,
Post it.
The white man
I don't need the
doesn't
white-
want you to make money off of sneakers.
I don't need the white man.
He's
to
trying to
promote
hold
my
you
shit.
down.
Honestly, you can't hold me now. I got Metro Boomin posting me. I don't need fucking
That's what I'm
Adam
saying.
22 posting me.
He's a
Facts.
goat.
Shout out to fucking Metro, man.
He is a
You
goat.
should start a podcast with Metro Boomin.
About sneakers.
You know what I thought about? What is Trump gonna do after he loses?
Go to jail.
I'm gonna get him to
Well,
model.
that, but like,
I'm gonna get him to model the high rollers.
Maybe he'll just get a little
just
deeper into
kidding.
the whole little
do you,
pump thing.
do you think he'll start a podcast with Lil Pump?
I think
Lil
that
Pimp?
he's going to be. I don't think we're going to see any less of Donald Trump with him not being president. I feel like if anything,
We're
like
gonna
probably
see
see
him
more.
more.
it's going to be even more
He's definitely
fascinating.
gonna have more reality shows.
Brian Pumper, Lil Pump, and Donald Trump should make a podcast called Pump, Pump, and Trump.
I like
Ooh.
that.
Pump, Trump, and dump.
Pump, Trump, and pump. The Brian Pumper video is now clocking over 250,000 views. It's a
Wow.
hit.
It did
It's
a
surging.
It surged out of nowhere.
It did. It was like
was at like
whatever.
30, 40K.
YouTube even like it gives you a little summary of how your video's doing, and YouTube decided to tell me that my video was not doing as well as some of my other videos.
You're
and
like, "God damn, I only
know,
worked
I'm
on
like,
this for 9 months."
Yeah, I know. This only took me a year of my life, and then it all of a sudden starts surging.
Aw, I'm so proud of
I
you.
don't
I'm so
know
proud
if
of
it's
my
going to
two
continue,
friends.
but
Do you think Brian Pumper like shouted it out or something?
I heard
I
he's
don't
in
think that's
prison.
gonna do anything.
Somebody was sending me screenshots of Brian Pumper's charges and why he's locked up. Mm-hmm.
Damn, so he didn't even see the
To be
video.
honest, I didn't even really actually click on it, and now I'd never be able to find that DM if I
Yeah.
tried to look for it. But I think he might be in jail for some creepy shit.
Speaking of jail,
Canceled.
speaking of jail,
Free the Ruler. Speaking of Brian Pumper, Draco the Ruler emerged from the same time period, sort of, as Brian Pumper. They probably went to high school together, to be honest.
Dude, can I just talk about how crazy, like, just what the fuck is going on in the universe? Who was expecting that curveball to just come
Right?
out of nowhere?
I had no idea. I was making plans
That
with
came from nowhere.
his homie Jug. I was making plans
Shout out
with him.
Jug Season.
Shout out Jug Season. I was making plans with him like about pulling up to court because I couldn't do it Monday, the day that they were first going to court. I was like, all right, what day am I going to pull up? Rah, rah, rah. And then all of a sudden I look at Twitter. I see Jeff Weiss said that the state basically said, Draco, here's a
got
plea
time
deal.
served.
We'll give you time served. We know you didn't kill this guy. Well, they didn't actually say that. And
About time.
now you can go. And he just had to accept the plea deal, which is pretty crazy because I'm sure that probably, I would assume, means that he can't sue the state for wasting years of his life with him in court.
That's so crazy.
Because it would be nice if he were able to do that.
Yeah.
But Draco the Ruler is now out. He's running around the city. He's going crazy in the studio.
Instagram Live.
He's claiming that he's going to be dropping a mixtape very, very soon, which I'm not 100% sure that I think that that's probably the best idea. I think that he should maybe like
Take his time.
whatever he's going to drop, he got to go crazy because number one, Cold Devil was a real deal classic.
Yeah.
And a lot of his
was
work
just
from
listening.
prison
Mm-hmm.
was also like very highly regarded in terms of like his scraps as well. His straps.
His straps.
Let's not go there, but
Oh,
his
don't
scraps.
send him
his
right
scraps.
back.
A lot of people loved his scraps, and a lot of people loved his jail verses.
Mm-hmm.
But
like-
I would just advise him, whatever he's going to put out, make sure there's a classic.
The way that he did, the way that I got to give Jug his credit too, because the way that they put that tape together was by far the best of anyone I ever seen that tried to do like jail recording style music.
Yeah, I've heard that
You
from
feel
a
me?
lot of people. Yeah.
It was like, I think it was the combination of like, you could actually hear what he was saying. Like, I don't know if he like
How the fuck?
had a fucking
Yeah.
iPhone and did some voice notes or something.
Draco is no, it wasn't that. Like they just figured out some weird wiring type thing that they would do with a phone or something. They told me, but
Dude, because like that shit.
I still had
so-
a hard time listening. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I'm really looking forward to listening to some real shit because I couldn't get into the jail stuff.
I
even
loved
though
it. That whole
was,
tape, front to top, was
It was
amazing.
better, I guess, but I really didn't.
Okay, let's think about like a random like Gucci Man verse from jail, like a random Lil Wayne verse from jail or
But
something.
when did Gucci ever do that? He wasn't really doing like he just had leftover shit before he went in jail.
I feel like a lot of rappers have like a random over the phone jail freestyle.
Bob
and
is murder.
And I hate that shit.
None
I
of
can't
them-
listen
They
to
sound
it.
really
but
bad.
No, but that's what I'm saying. This
Yeah.
one sounded amazing.
The
And-
Schmurda one on that 6ix9ine song
Was
sucked
horrible.
dick.
and Jug like crafted the beats around the lyrics.
Yeah.
and it sounded amazing.
Shout out to them for that. But I'm really looking forward to some real fucking music recorded in real studios. He was in the studio right away. I see Desto Dub rolling around with him and everything. Must be kind of weird for Dub. He's like, he's got to either like co-sign Trump. Like if he's around Pump, he's gonna have to co-sign Trump. But now he hang out with Draco, which I guess is probably easier because he's just in LA anyway. But I don't know. All I'm saying, Draco, I have people sending me warnings that there's a lot of people upset with Draco in the city of LA. And so I just want to advise him to be very, very careful how he's moving around. And also he's got to be really careful because the cops are not going to be fucking looking upon Draco friendly. Like they're probably just looking for another reason to
Yeah.
get his ass, just like before.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
He
I
should
did
definitely,
reach
like-
out to him and tell him like, yo, like I got people sending me screenshots of this, and this. And his attitude is, of course,
Like, fuck
I don't
him.
give a fuck. But
What else do you expect him to say?
I don't know. I definitely didn't expect him to say like, "Oh, gee, I'm gonna be real careful moving around." But I had people telling me, like people I trust, telling me, "Adam, be careful if you're gonna be around Draco. Like, you don't want to be in the hood with Draco. You don't want to be. You should just
Jesus.
if you're gonna be doing an interview with Draco, don't put it on Instagram story." While it's happening, like give it some time and stuff. So I don't know like how real that shit is or whatever, but I just really like, given how close we came to like it really seemed like a possibility that we
That he
might not
wasn't
see
gonna get
Draco
out.
for 10, 20 years and that his rap career would be effectively done. Given all that, like I just really, really hope and pray that he's just very careful and just like stays focused on the music and shit. Personally.
Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And like, he's so influential and so like he just fucking good at rapping, man.
He's
and
the
it's
best,
like,
yeah.
and it's like we need him around. We need the Stink team around. It's crazy because I just went to the studio and met up with Dub and Pimp P and Ralphie and Catchy and all them last Friday.
Right.
And like this niggas had no idea. At least I didn't know. Had no idea.
You should bless Draco with his feature price. Get in there. Get the first feature.
I should get the first feature.
You should.
Tell your label. Tell your manager. Hey, motherfucker,
Tell my
pay
label.
for this.
I'm signed. Yeah.
Pay for this.
I'm
Yuri,
I'm signed
pay
to
for this.
I'm signed to No Jumper
Pay
records.
Draco 50 grand.
If you really supported the LA rap scene and the black community as a whole, and just me as your coworker, then you should buy the feature.
What
for
if
me.
I tell Draco,
Facts.
like, I know this little boy, he has
Little
cancer, and his last wish
Was to
is
get a
that he
big-
wants to do a feature with Draco the Ruler. He's hoping that you could do it for the
Draco knows
low.
Draco knows who I am. He reposts me on
Yeah,
the
but
story.
we could dress you up in like a hospital blanket and like
What, this is
give
like
you like
what,
a
the Make-A-Wish
like a
Foundation?
big foam looking like baseball hat. You gotta like not eat for a few weeks and look mad now.
Well, I can just take Mad Zans and just like get Zans sunken in.
His
face.
last wish was to drink some lean with the Ruler.
Speaking of lean, man,
What?
I tapped in last weekend.
Really?
I spent
You-
the stimmy check.
175 a line?
Hell no.
not the green.
Not the green. I
Oh,
upgraded from the
wow.
green.
That's my other thing I'm worried about is I don't want how because last time Draco got locked up when he got out he was pouring so much drink and was totally nonsensical on the timeline by like 5 in the morning like I wonder if he's planning on tapping back in with his inner juice demon or if he's gonna try to
He looked
part
mad
ways.
different when he
Dude,
got
the
out.
craziest
He got a
thing.
little weight on him, right?
A little.
He got a little.
The craziest thing is the fucking pharmacies in Mexico where they just lay out everything like Xanax,
Oh, yeah, I've
Percocet,
seen
da-da-da.
that.
And they had codeine, and we're like, okay, what's
You
this?
could just buy it.
Yes, and I was like, what is this? And
Did
they
you
showed
buy it?
us this whole like fucking huge bottle of like I forgot what it was called.
What
but
if
Activisa.
Yeah, what
It
if
wasn't
what if
Activisa.
Draco the Ruler starts strictly sipping Activiso?
Activisa was. If you never niggas be hating on Activisa, talking about how it was bullshit. If
I'm
you
not
never,
bougie.
if you never sip the Activisa, I don't want to hear it.
I smoke mid, and I'll drink some Mexican lean. I don't fucking care. I'm like, well, I'm open minded because I think that like the drink game is just like it's
It's too
not meant to
ridiculous.
last. Like they're
too
gonna
ridiculous.
keep making it harder and harder to get
Yeah.
lean.
It's so
the prices are gonna keep going higher.
ridiculously hard to get right now.
Yeah, it's
my
gonna be-
homegirl told me she went to every CVS in Orange County and still couldn't get one.
Really,
Everyone
with a prescription.
Yes.
she wasn't trying to
That's
rob them. or
crazy.
No,
anything,
with the
you know,
prescription.
Wait,
yeah.
then how did you get it? And how much did you pay? Just wondering.
I'm
got
not
it from a
gonna,
crackhead.
I'm not gonna say who I
Okay,
got it from.
How much did you pay per line?
$3.50.
No. No fucking way.
I spent the stimmy check.
Soldier Boy
You're
sold Housephone an 8 of lean.
No, stop.
He ain't know he hit it with
Hit
the
the
K-Row.
K-Row.
With the K-Row.
I
I
have
can't
a,
even do it right. It's been so long.
I have to clear up a rumor that I started here on No Jumper that actually got some repercussions behind it because I made a joke about the Blackout Girls possibly setting up Soldier Boy when he got robbed that one time.
And they hit you up about it?
apparently,
actually believed it?
apparently, yeah, people like hit them up about it and make jokes to them about it, and apparently, Soldier Boy stopped talking to them over that. Of that.
Because of that. Wow.
You're ruining
So
lives.
I just
What
want
the
to
Why'd you do
I want to
that?
apologize to the Blackout Girls personally. We got to get them on here, have them clear up the air.
I always think of that was the time that I tried to be the fun party guy and I bought a like that was the last probably
Fun thing
threesome
you
that
did.
me and Lena like tried to do before
Almost a foursome, almost.
we decided like we almost hooked up with them and like Lena was totally down and stuff and then I bought Hennessy and tequila and those girls got so drunk that one of them was puking in the fucking toilet like
love
within
them.
like an hour. And I was like, God damn it. All I had to do was not be the cool guy who buys much alcohol. I swear they did like 2 shots and they were done.
I thought they drink a lot.
Dude,
They
honestly,
probably do, but they drank too much at that moment.
I love them so much. They're so fucking funny.
I see them in so many rap videos.
Dude, they're fucking killing it, man. I was telling them, like, dude, like, just their chemistry together. And, like, honestly, let's just be honest. Like, a lot of girls don't, like, stay best friends like that for a long time.
But they broke up with the fucking skinny spider looking ass
That
bitch,
girl
right?
fucking sucked anyway, though. So, like, fuck
Who's the
her.
skinny spider?
We're not going to give her any
I don't-
clout.
We should not
Sarah,
talk
no.
about the fact that Yuri was once kind of low-key in love with the Blackout Girls.
Stop.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do it while his
we
girl
won't
is
talk
here.
about that.
Don't do
That's
it.
totally
He's
inappropriate.
gonna
Yeah.
That was
get
that
really
was
upset.
that was a whole joke, like, for No Jumper. That wasn't like a
That
real
was like
thing.
That was
that
a
was the
troll.
old Yuri.
Yeah,
That was
those
all-
are the new Yuri.
It was also just a troll, and like, you know, like
Yuri
Riley's fucking
2.0.
Riley's fucking sick as fuck.
Yuri on.
Speaking of Yuri and Riley, they just had a fucking romantic getaway for Riley's birthday.
They did? Where'd you go?
Fucking Yuri went all out. Yuri took her to a fucking nice fancy dinner. He was in this bitch ordering flowers the day before her birthday.
bought her
We're
a
not
bouquet of oranges.
I thought we're not giving him any more clout. What happened to that?
Yeah, we should
no,
stop
huh?
talking about him. But it's so
I
hard.
love- I love
When I
Yuri
saw him
Riley.
posting pictures on her birthday, I really realized like how
came into his
in
own.
love with her he is, and also
That's his first
how
love.
much better his life probably is having a dope
100%.
girlfriend versus like just years and years of
just being an
isolation
incel.
and being an
Of
incel
lonely.
and fucking oranges and maybe
like-
even other fruits.
And like going on live stream trying to like find girls.
Trying to like fucking make out with random bitches at fucking Cha-Cha.
Going to the bar, doing coke off people's dicks. Did that ever happen? I don't know.
I never seen Yuri do coke. I hope he never tries.
You ever done coke, Gary? Hey! Trump dance.
Couple
Trump
bumps,
dance,
couple
Trump
bumps,
dance,
couple
Trump
bumps,
dance,
couple
Trump
bumps,
dance.
bumps,
Wait,
bumps,
but
bumps.
is it this?
Is
Or
this?
it?
This?
No, it's definitely this.
This feels better.
Have you and Riley done coke together?
Does she
Oh,
do
no.
coke? Does she do drugs?
We should sell her some
Pothead.
K-Ro. I'm gonna sell Riley some fake
Yo,
lean.
yo, Yuri was supplying the drink at once a
he
month.
He just was talking about how he just got some the other day.
Bro,
What the
put me
fuck,
on.
asshole?
He's like Sauce Waka out here.
Sold for 300 a line, that's for sure.
He didn't
Yeah,
sell
that's what I'm saying.
$300.
Tap in with me.
How much would you sell us
Wait, how are
Pioneer
you
for?
still getting it? I'm gonna ask you later.
No,
Are you
like,
still doing it the way that you did it before? What? How does that work?
yo, tap in with me.
A
Oh my
fool
God.
came through the line.
That
I did
is
a meet and
insane.
greet in Chicago with the last Lyrical Lemonade Fest. We did a meet and greet. Guy came through. He had a pint of lean. He poured me up in the Lyrical Lemonade soda. As I was doing it, as just like a thought, I take a picture of it. I send it to DJ Dabs. I say, "What's up with this?" He tells me right away, "Boom, it's fake. Don't drink it." I already taken like a sip of it. Then this guy who brought me the lean, I see him on Twitter. Like saying, like I gave Adam 22 some fake lean.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, but that right there is why you can't trust fans. Like he could have hit me with the Fent juice. You don't even
Probably
know.
did
No,
hit you
for
with
sure.
the Fent juice.
Yeah.
Dude, like one of the worst drug experiences I ever had in my life. I was out
doing
of
Fent.
I was out of some warehouse party, right? This guy comes up to me, and I'm at like a ketamine warehouse party, music loud as
Whoop.
fuck. I'm standing right next to the speaker, right? This guy comes up to me with his phone, puts it in my ear like this, and is trying to like play me his music from his phone. And I'm like, nigga, we're at a party, I can't hear this.
I hate motherfuckers.
Anyway,
Oh.
he continues to talk to me as I'm just like typing on my phone, completely not even paying him any mind. And then he's like, "Yo, I got some Molly. Like, you want some? Whatever."
Then
And I'm
your
like,
ears perk up.
and I was like, yeah,
Molly.
fuck it, whatever.
Molly.
And like, I had like a beer in my hand still. This is like 2017.
You put the Molly in the beer.
He put the whole capsule
Ugh.
in my beer. Throw it back.
Well,
What
he
happened?
gave you Fent?
I was like rolling at first. It felt good, and then once I like got home at the end of the night, it was the weirdest like tingly sensation in my legs. Like my legs felt like noodles or something. It felt like my spine had given out, and that like my legs just like were like dead or something. I couldn't move, and like I just felt like super cracked out. Like I was just up, like eyes all big, and
Maybe
like
he gave you meth.
I 1000%. It was definitely cut with some meth for sure.
Ugh.
Wow.
I
And I
hate
couldn't
meth
sleep for
pills.
almost like 24 hours.
Be careful. Stop doing ketamine.
I mean, this was in like
Just don't
2017.
take drugs from people you don't know.
Don't take drugs from
Yeah.
random people
I
that
used
you
to
don't know.
pop Zans that motherfucking fans gave me like it was going out of style. It's crazy
Yeah.
when you do that shit, how people just offer it to you. They can tell that you fuck with it.
Remember
I mean,
that
I
kid?
don't want to out the person, but do you remember when we went on the first tour
Oh,
that we
yeah,
went on,
and
and
that
then
guy
the
got-
person came,
with
and the
100
first
Xanax?
thing he did was open up his fucking book bag and said, "Hey, I just robbed some kid," and then
Yeah.
just started throwing Zans out.
And I remember even like Smoke Perp was in
was so crazy.
Smoke Perp was in New York after the Pump tour and everything, and like he kind of had like this whole period where he was just living in New York, and we went and met up with him at the studio, and when he pulled up with some dude who had the biggest fucking jar of Xanax I've ever seen, and like that really kind of gave me a window into like, oh shit, like
You're still living like this.
like Perp moved here and he just has this dude who's like this insane fucking pill dealer who just is like basically just thriving off of selling drugs to this dude and his friends. And you know,
Jeez.
I don't think Perp is necessarily on that type of shit anymore, hopefully. But yeah,
yeah,
that was
man.
crazy.
We have too many crazy stories of shit like that, man.
What are we
Stay away
supposed to
from all
talk
that.
about today?
No, I mean, shit.
Lil Pimp.
Lil Pimp. We did that one. But think about the No Jumper tour. And think about if somebody had told us on that tour, hey, one day Lil Pump is going to be on stage with Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump is going to be the president first.
I think we knew that Donald Trump was the president at that point, right? I think he was already the president.
Yeah,
16.
2016.
Either way, then
Or was it 17?
for
I mean,
Pump
he was the.
I think
he was the president.
But just the fact
Also-
that that's what happened is pretty miraculous.
Also,
to be
it
honest.
seems like, tell me if you guys don't want to talk about this, but what was up with that live from Draco?
Oh, right, yeah. I feel like I am indebted to have that conversation with Draco before I have that conversation on the podcast.
I was just wondering if you guys saw it. And
Shout out
what
to
your thoughts were.
LGBTQ community.
That was so random. I don't know what was going on.
Hesh is going crazy.
Hesh-
on
His
Twitter.
his reaction afterwards is what made it like even more gold. Like what?
I find out about so many weird things from
From a
following
Hesh.
Hesh.
Same.
There's
Things
that,
that I
you see
would-
that
things I would
dude
never-
dancing?
Things I would never know
I
about.
put it on the No Jumper Instagram. It was so weird.
Are you talking about the?
It's like a bunch of kids just like hanging out in their living room and they just start fucking
Oh, yeah,
dancing
yeah.
so weird. And I forget what they even said. I was listening
You know
to
what
it.
I found out from Hesh? The one dude that was like dissing Greedo.
Yeah, that old ass fool.
That was like
I reposted
freestyling.
on Instagram too, and that guy was all hitting me up like saying that shit was old as fuck and everything. Man, Draco got to go find that guy. No, they got a free Greedo now. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, that's the next move. Is like, I mean, like I said, I was at the studio and once I saw like Ralphie and Ketchy and all them together, that's all I was thinking was like, damn man, like, can't wait till Draco comes home and it's like, seems like the whole.
Stink team.
I'm gonna be real with you though. It's like bad timing for me because I would like to go and like do like a late night at the studio with Draco type thing and like interview him out there and stuff. But meanwhile, like Lena's about to give birth to this fucking baby any minute, and also
This fucking baby.
she's gonna be
Baby.
she's gonna be mad at me if I'm like out of the house around mad people, not wearing a mask, sharing blunts,
Possibly sharing lean.
drinking lean off of somebody's toilet seat. Yeah, I don't know.
you
She's gonna get
definitely
mad
should
at me.
not do that.
I gotta like stay home tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day that I have to stay home and just kind of like wait for the baby. She's gonna be drinking this oil that's gonna be making her have diarrhea.
Sounds painful.
Diarrhea it's a great part of life.
She should drop
Okay.
3 mixtapes called Molly, Gas, and the Castor Oil.
I'm drinking castor. I still don't know anything about what castor oil
It's
is.
for
except
your
apparently
hair, bro.
For
You
your
put it
hair.
in your hair, and women use it to give birth.
That's
all I know.
crazy.
That's insane. I didn't know you can actually like drink it and shit.
You drink it.
Apparently, it said it was a super laxative.
I'm about to
Babies,
take a shot as soon as I get home.
bro. Babies when they come out are so little. I was around
No shit.
a bunch of babies on Halloween.
A bunch of babies.
Because it was like around Josh's kids and shit. And dude,
What?
babies, they're little and helpless. And like I'm like kind of overwhelmed by the reality of the fact that I'm gonna have one soon.
It's gonna be so cute. It's
It
gonna be a
is.
little mini you. Well, mini Lena.
I'm really excited about my push present too.
Huh?
You know about the push present?
You give her a present for pushing.
Apparently you have to give her a present when she gives birth. Yeah.
There's all these new things I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
like,
It
what?
to be like these like gender reveal parties. I didn't really even know
That's
what that
super
was
fire.
until like recently.
Really?
One day
Okay,
you'll
like
become a
within the past couple years, but
You'll
like
become
when
a
I was
woman
growing
one
up,
day.
like no one fucking.
You need to start thinking about giving birth.
Fuck you.
You
You're
only
not.
have a few
Yeah,
years
what's up?
left.
You're not the.
A
You're
couple
not charging
years
me.
left.
What?
Ew.
I
You
mean,
sound like Trump.
no, but I'm saying that like, you know, most women like aren't really giving birth at like 40, you know, you're like 33.
I'm not your age. I'm not 40.
I'm 36. I'm damn near 37.
You're damn near 40.
No, damn near 37. It's coming up November 24th.
I'm not.
This
gonna
is the
remember that.
first time that you ever said something about your birthday before it came up.
Probably true.
Like
I tend to just ignore it.
every time I've
You don't ignore your birthday. You have like big bashes
no,
and
but
shit.
like
I had that one party.
you've had
You
2
have had
parties since
several
I've known you for
parties.
your birthday.
I don't
honestly.
normally do anything for my birthday.
You had like one Airbnb party, and then you had the one we went to the strip club, and then went to the Airbnb. And
I don't
Yeah.
think I went to either one. You didn't
I think
invite
you
me.
were out of town because then I thought of it later.
invite me.
I was like, whoa. Camgirl didn't come to my birthday party. Did I not invite her? And I hit you up and I'm like, wait, like
You didn't invite
and
me.
then but no, then you were like, I was out of town.
yeah,
But you also didn't invite me.
Well, if you were out of town, then why would I?
I
invite
was
you?
out of town.
You didn't know.
I was out of town. Came back
That's a real friend.
to town
Housephone caught a fade there
almost
That was
on
crazy.
my birthday.
Yeah.
And I almost had sex with Riley.
What?
outside.
You want my phone to do a raid? Okay.
What is going on?
Are you really
Pokemon stuff, you don't
really
understand.
interrupting the podcast
For
fucking
Pokemon?
I'm
Pokemon?
gonna be
Really?
honest.
if it was
but-
anything else, he would have
But
yelled.
you want to know something that's funny for us Pokemon fans is that
Yeah,
Tuesday at 6 p.m. is legendary. No, it's Spotlight Hour
Spotlight
or Legendary Raid Hour.
Hey, let me hit
so
that.
somehow our podcast occurs at the exact time that
I
there's
love it.
a Pokemon Go event nearly weekly.
I love it.
Pretty
I
much
saw some
weekly.
losers playing it in.
Oh, but
Tulum.
today's Thursday. Is there a Raid Hour every week as well? Wow, so even our rescheduled date is a Pokemon date.
Hey, wait. I
I
have
think it's
a
meant to be.
I have a new bet that you can either agree or disagree on. Whoever gets to 100K first, if I win, you have to hit the blunt one time.
The bong.
No. I'm gonna
A
disagree.
dab. You need to do a dab.
No, the last time I did a dab, I threw up.
You were high when you graduated. What changed?
I started getting like social anxiety when I smoke.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, but
I
then
hate
like
it. I
but
can't
then-
speak.
but then you
I
don't-
get like mute and shit.
You
That's
don't
the
gotta
best
be
part.
social. You could be at the crib chilling.
That's why I
You
don't
want me
usually.
to do it on here, no?
Yeah, but then what are we gonna do? We're gonna just go to your house after and do the stream.
And I'm probably gonna have to go to the hospital.
I wonder. I feel like we should have done like a drug podcast back in the day because now I feel like I'm too old and like
We should
mature.
do one lean podcast.
No,
know-
I feel like if we had done a Xan podcast in 2016, I think people would still be talking shit about it, and B, it also probably would have been legendary as fuck.
Look, keep in mind he's probably done a Xan podcast.
Oh, I did too. I just didn't say anything
Yeah,
about it
that's
for
what
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Exactly,
No,
exactly.
back in the day, I actually I would always have Xanax because I was fucking with it, and then I would be nervous for an interview and take a quarter or take a little half before I did the interview. And there's a few interviews I can look back on and be like, I'm not 100% there right there.
I love that people think that I have done coke during the podcast because
You went to the bathroom.
yeah, but it's if I'm the type of person when I do coke, nigga, if I would have went to the bathroom and hit it once, I would have
would've
went
gone 30 more times.
for
Right.
sure. And
That's the problem with coke is that
Yeah.
you do a little bit of it. Like I had somebody
can't
ask
stop.
me when I was doing a vlog one time, and this was after I stopped doing it, and I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and do a line of coke with you. I'm gonna feel really fucking good for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna start feeling kind of shitty, and then I'm gonna want to do more of it, and then it's gonna I'm gonna have to keep doing it more and more. It's
But the
just an
thing-
unsustainable roller
Really?
coaster to get onto.
The
So
thing
Terry-
that I respect about you is you could stop though, because I remember this one year at Lena's birthday, you. Am I
No,
not
no,
supposed to
no,
say
no,
this?
go
Oh,
ahead.
you were still
Doing
laughing.
coke?
Everyone was doing coke, and you at some point were oh, we're stopping, and then there was a group of maybe not me, but other people that just could not stop and kept going.
yeah, I was probably a part of that group.
Lena has definitely back when we used to party, there was multiple times where it would be 4 a.m, we'd still be raging, just going super hard, and I would just be like, all right, time to go. We
don't
gotta
know
go.
how you do that.
Because I always have shit I want to do the next day. And so even when I was partying, I would always find it within myself to go home by even 6 a.m. so I could be up at noon and get some more
It's
shit
so
done.
miserable being the girlfriend of someone that's able to do that, because then you're just
Yeah.
in bed
Oh
Yeah.
no, see, it must be miserable for the girls that hang out with me when I get like that.
Because you don't stop. You just
Yeah.
keep going until next
God.
Tuesday.
This makes me not want to. Yeah, I hate partying.
I'm never.
Yeah, I know.
It's not for me.
We were planning some trip, and they were the only way you're invited, Monte, if this is a no coke
no
trip.
coke
And I
Wow.
was like, all
zone. No
right.
coke.
I know people I would like to apply that to as well in my life. No offense
Really?
to certain people, but there's definitely people that I would probably be down to hang out with them, but because of cocaine and maybe alcohol to a lesser extent, I don't want to be
Really?
around them.
I wonder who.
Talking about 80.
It's Yuri. No,
Josh pointed at you.
I've never really been around AD that drunk, but he also is someone that to me is pretty.
He can probably hold himself.
He's pretty good at being an alcoholic. He doesn't totally
He's a,
piss me
a
off.
functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, he doesn't totally upset me with his alcoholism, even though he's definitely an alcoholic.
Have I ever been that fucked up? And you just looked at me what the fuck are you on?
Probably, yeah, but I was probably also fucked
Yeah.
up, so I don't really feel like it would be fair to even judge. Didn't we have a whole bunch of real topics that we wanted to talk about?
We had
Honestly,
a couple.
not
Oh,
really.
you wanted to talk about the hood rich.
Oh yeah. Well, so Hood Rich Pablo won. The details are kind of scarce because I was trying to find more information about this, but the basic deal is that Hoodrich Pablo Juan was locked up as a result of a RICO charge, which for people who don't know, the RICO thing is like what they hit the mob with, saying that he was basically part of a criminal conspiracy to
NPR?
amongst other things.
What? NPR?
You think it's Money Power and I mean MPA, isn't that his crew? What was it?
Money,
No,
power, money, power, respect.
no, it was fucking. Isn't that Pee Wee Longway's thing?
Yeah, but like he be wearing the
But it was
Chain?
MPA, wasn't it?
I
Yeah, it
thought
was
you meant
MPA, not
NPR, the fucking
I thought you meant
radio station.
NPR, like the fucking
radio station.
Yeah, for
no,
sure.
M, not N. No, I
But
mean,
it's
Oh.
A, not R.
nah, because D Savage be banging that shit too, and his money, power, respect.
Well, maybe there's some new shit, but Money Power Respect is like a little Kim song from fucking 1999.
No,
Like,
I know, but I'm just saying.
but either way, Hooders Palawan, they're basically, we don't know exactly what he's being charged with, but this overall RICO thing concerns murders, multiple murders, and the trafficking of methamphetamine. So it turns out that, I mean, who knows to what extent Hooders Palawan could have been involved with this, but it might just be the case that all the people who are clowning him, acting like he got robbed a bunch of times or whatever, were not actually... You know, perhaps he actually was really in the streets doing more than we would give him credit for as a rapper. Also, it's just crazy when you see these kind of charges hit somebody, because I feel like I know a ton of people who potentially could get hit with this kind of thing if the cops actually like cared about getting him. Like, how many people do you know who are involved
affiliated.
with selling drugs and
like,
probably
are in it
acts
too.
of violence, and they've just been whoever they are for years and years and years, and you've never, like, probably tons of rappers.
Yeah. And like the RICO thing just makes it such a big umbrella of like anyone
Yeah.
fucking affiliated. So it's just like,
Yeah, maybe he was the 6ix9ine of the crew. Like, they were kind of like using Hooders Pablo Juan
were-
as a shield for their criminal masterminding, or other situation, Hooders Pablo Juan was really with the shits more than we maybe would give him credit for. Either way,
I looked into it, and stupid internet criminologists were trying to say that in the murder of, is it like Merlo? Or
Marlo.
Marlo?
Yo,
And
that
there-
was fake. Hi, Lena.
No, I was gonna
Lena's
say that-
here.
Oh my god, hi.
She's here because she has to give me a ride because my car had a fucking screw in
Should
the
you
tire.
guys not smoke weed in the room with like a
I just
pregnant
put it
woman?
out. I just put it
It
out.
should be all right. Maybe the baby will get high and come out. Yeah,
Maybe if
that'd
you
be
hit
cool.
the blunt once, the baby will.
Lena,
like,
don't
Maybe
hit your
the-
head on that TV.
Maybe the baby
right under that.
The baby will
Oh,
be like,
shit.
ooh, weed.
If you get a black eye from that, I'm gonna be really upset.
No, but yeah. Anyways, that they were trying to say that it was the gun found at the crime of the scene of the crime
What?
was
I think
registered
that
to
was
hit
fake
Hollywood,
news.
but it was fake news.
Yes.
What I was trying to
But
say.
that
because
it was registered to who?
when I
Hood
saw
was probably
that,
one, but that was fake news.
when I
They
saw
already,
that
like,
fake news, my jaw fucking dropped. I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna be the craziest thing that has ever hit like Atlanta rap." And then I realized it wasn't true, and I
it
was like,
fake.
"Thank
They were
God."
just trying to like pin it on him or something. I
Dude,
don't know.
there's so much fake news in the
We're
rap
just
game, not
trying
to
to-
mention the politics game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the rap game and something very monumental that I'm gonna propose to you live on this podcast, so you can't
You're
say
gonna
no.
propose to me?
Rio, the young OG,
Uh-huh.
has been granted a trip to Los Angeles
Oh wow.
By who?
by his like
Granted?
By the
by
fucking state.
by the state of Michigan.
He got a grant.
Because
I
he was
mean,
supposed to go to jail or something, right?
yeah, it's like he was not supposed to leave the Flint, Michigan. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
we got to get real young OG in here, man. We got
No, that's what
to.
I'm
We got to
saying.
interview him.
I
That's
interview. I wanted to like do a whole like day in the life with him.
Rio
Day
the
in
Young
life
OG
with-
is the only rapper that I've listened to when I worked out in
love
the
that.
last couple
Yes.
months. But there's something about his shit where it's just intense
Makes
enough.
you want to pump some iron.
Yeah. I also want to shout out I Swear Vezo because I think
Yes.
that when he said, "I'll never stop sipping drank on my kids," that was one of
Mm.
the funniest things I ever heard a rapper say. And Lena actually was like, "Oh, that's terrible." He had to be Miss Manners on me real quick.
If Lena heard like half of the lyrics that was produced by by that whole Flint music scene, she would be
I asked
To
her, I
hear
was
it
like,
every
completely
fucking
appalled.
day of my life.
"Well, my bitch don't work at Mac, but I beat her face." Did he say
Oh,
something like that too?
In the same song, this guy says, "If she gets pregnant, I hope she falls down a million set of stairs."
Not me.
That is awful.
I don't
Wait,
think
wait,
that's
hold on,
funny
hold on.
at all.
He also said, "I
No,
fucked
it's
my
not.
bitch, broke her phone, took her but fuck my bitch, broke her phone, took her keys, then burnt her tracks. Then I made her stuff 200 pills where her cervix at."
Why are you telling her this?
I'm not telling Lena.
Oh.
I'm
You're telling
It's
the
too
world.
late.
just
oh,
quoting
okay.
lyrics from
I
a
hate all of these lyrics.
We'd be
so
taking way
much.
too much of a risk if we were to cram some pills in there. We need this baby to come out and not off the pills. Right now. Whoever, If there's anyone out there who has,
What if you went into labor right now?
if there's
be
anyone
so
who has any
crazy.
connection to like
You said that'd be
witchcraft, does anyone have any connection with witches or like anyone who can like make the baby
you
come
don't want
out?
to have like some like Salem witch trial.
I want to make
You
a
wanna
deal
have-
with the devil to get this baby out tonight.
Well, make a little voodoo doll of her and like just push her stomach.
Ooh, I did that to Lena.
Should
A
we
troll
just-
doll.
Should we just do like a continuous stream
You're
where
so
we all just stay at Adam's house until
We
Linda
all
has the baby?
like we all do a bunch of chants and we all sit around and Lena has her belly like you
Why
remember
do you
that
want to make this Titanic?
you remember that photo of Trump and all the Iraqi leaders and they're all standing around that orb and they all have their hands on the orb?
No.
You don't remember
No.
this? Somebody search Donald Trump orb. I want to do that,
Yuri
but
doesn't
with
know how to
Lena's
spell orb.
belly, and we'll all just stand around with our hands on it. Oh, ooh la la, ooh la la la.
I feel like that has to be racist.
I want to chant.
That has to be racist.
There's nothing racist about chanting, Kim.
That chant was racist.
Look, you don't remember this when Trump and them had
I've
their
never seen
He
this
looks
picture.
so evil. I
The
hate
orb.
his face.
Look at all of them, dude. They all look
we
fucking
love
insane.
we love a good orb.
I hate Trump.
This was early Trump, or I mean more early.
glowing orb.
What was that glowing orb Trump touched in Saudi Arabia? I think the New York Times wrote that article.
I can't read their articles because I have to pay.
I want my life to have more orbs. You are so cheap. Why don't you pay for it? It's the best
I
journalism.
should. No, I'm gonna pay for LA Times.
I always
I'm
have the LA
debating-
Times website trying to tell me I got to pay, and I'm like, no.
Oh, you're so cheap. Why don't you pay?
Because New York
You're
Times
so
is
cheap.
New York Times is way better than LA
so
Times.
cheap.
LA Times is not necessary. You don't need that.
I'm in LA.
No offense to them. I'm
Yeah,
not-
fuck New York. We in
Fuck
LA.
you. LA.
Listen, I would
LA
normally
gang.
agree. I
LA
don't really
gang.
like much about New York, but I'm a New York Times
First of
reader.
all, speaking of New York, another Pop Smoke posthumous release.
Oh, really?
This time on a song with French Montana, featuring Pop Smoke.
Coke Boys.
Coke Boys 5 coming
Woo.
soon.
Woo woo.
The Coke Boys and the Woos collab. Honestly, I have not enjoyed a French Montana song.
Oh, it
in a
already came
long
out.
time.
How
Yeah.
dare you.
I
haven't watched it
I'm
yet.
saying I
I haven't
haven't
listened to it yet.
enjoyed a French Montana song in a long time.
I don't think you're giving French Montana enough credit.
I meant just like on my personal
Because
playlist.
he makes two hit
Yeah,
hit
but it was
songs.
like it was definitely a Pop Smoke record with like a splash of like French Montana auto-tune on it, and I loved it. It was a great song,
gonna
and
listen.
it was like a weird like animated video, but then it also was scenes of them together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how I don't know if this is like from a previous thing of
Maybe.
them hanging out. Or
I
something.
found out that French Montana knows who I am because when I was interviewing Mr. Swipey, he hopped on the interview real quick and showed me some love.
I found out that a lot of people watch this show and know who we are, like behind the scenes. That like I
really
don't-
who?
Jay-Z.
No, like
Who?
Beyonce.
I mean, besides
Ruby Rose.
I'm gonna
She
tell.
probably watched the clips of her and us talking about
Exactly.
dating.
She
DDG.
knew about. She actually showed DDG a lot of respect and like.
I fuck with
you know,
that.
think about how funny this is. The label hits us up and basically tells us not to ask about DDG.
Mm-hmm.
She brings him up 5 minutes into the interview.
Because
Really?
she probably knew you were like.
I was definitely going to ask her about him sooner or later. It would be kind of awkward if me and her talked and didn't bring him
You
up
asked her about
because
Playboy Cardi.
I asked her if she thought that she would ever meet Gilbert. She's like, "That's really what the baby's name?" I'm like, "No."
Did you
I asked her if she would do a song with Iggy.
bring up that story?
You're so problematic. I swear to God. How come only with the
That's my
female?
girl.
How come only with the female artists you have to ask all like the messy questions?
No,
like
I would
this?
ask awkward questions to other rappers as well.
Did you bring up that story that you told us earlier in the group chat
About what?
about Ruby Rose?
No, absolutely not.
You should have brought that up.
I was thinking about that though. That like, ugh, yeah.
What year was this?
I don't know. All I know is that some rapper brought her over to my house and she was underage, and I didn't find out that she was underage until way later. It's not like I had anything to do with
No,
it. She
of
just
course,
sat on the
yeah.
couch. But I was like kind of awkward when I realized that later. I'm like, oh, that's a weird position you put me in there. But
Yeah, it's very
it's
weird.
not like anybody knows, so it's like who gives a fuck. But
Nobody
she was
knows
also hanging out with like every other rapper on earth when she was underage, which.
Kind of crazy, honestly.
Yeah, you know, guys, be out there, you know, invest in like military grade ID scanning technology just so you don't get burnt by the Ruby Roses of the world.
You got to have the one that they have at the club with like the black light that like
The blue light
scans it to
thing,
make
yeah.
sure.
Imagine
that's
you
real.
bust that out though. What's a girl gonna think of you if you bust that out? She's gonna think you're out of your fucking mind.
I think all you need is the blue light. No, it has like a little.
I feel like
thingy.
there's really good fake IDs out here.
I had a one that scanned and did the blue.
I heard Housephone was selling drugs, then he had a marker on him so he could draw on the 100 and see it and then hold it up to the light.
Oh, like
You ever do that to a fiend?
no.
That would be pretty cool though. That would be like really next level of you if you took it to that level.
I never was that deep into.
I want to help you take your coke dealing to the next level. Fuck your music career.
I've said fuck music since like the beginning of this year, to be honest.
Really? Why?
Like, not fuck it, but just like I've been so focused on this shoe shit and like honestly making this show better.
You need to do a Phoenix Flexing collab.
Just know, last time I saw him, I told him the story about how like on my original Twitter, like right before they were going like really, really crazy, and it was like apparent that they were about to be the new kings of LA. I was like, man, like, you know, like I've known them for a while. Maybe I should reach out. I'm like, like it might be fake. Like I don't want it to come off like fake because I'm now hitting them up now because I've known them forever, right? So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. Like my manager was like, dude, if you know them, send the DM. You feel me? I go to the DM on Twitter to send him a message, and the only thing I see is he hit me up in 2016.
Remember you told me
and was
you
like,
told the
yo,
story.
oh, bro.
You told the story
He was-
already.
But were you one of OGZ's fiends?
I definitely
He was
purchased.
serving you.
I definitely. I mean,
That's
it doesn't
crazy to be
matter.
on the
Does it-
other side of the aisle of that exchange.
Does it matter
you know?
now? Like,
I mean, if the DEA
was
decided
so-
that they wanted to hound G-Eazy or
G-Eazy.
OGZ, oh man, that's terrible.
Wow.
If the DEA or the city of
G-Eazy,
LA
same
decides
person.
that they want to charge OGZ with selling a little house phone coke,
there's no proof.
I would
of
be
it
surprised.
You bought Coke from G-Eazy? That's crazy.
from
He
G.
definitely got some coke. He got coke right now. OGZ, I don't think has probably
Yeah,
had
yeah.
coke in his possession for a long time. G-Eazy has coke on him right now, officer.
It's
I'm not gonna try to do that to
You
him.
hear this guy?
nah. It's just listen. It's just crazy because like
I gotta root out other white people
You're-
out the game,
you're
so I'll be the only
you're
one left.
So
Listen,
crazy.
it's
People will be
just-
like, "Damn, he's the only
It'll
white
be
guy."
you and Donald Trump, your best
listen,
friend.
It's just crazy because anytime I ever see someone try to discredit the authenticity of Shoreline Mafia, I'm like, you just simply were not there. You don't
He
know.
had good coke.
What authentic? Like, what are they?
Like,
what are they disproving?
that they aren't like living their raps, or like they weren't like, you know, out here doing the things that they rap about.
really, I didn't
And
know
I'm like,
people were
bro,
saying that.
I mean, like, there's always gonna be
Like
people that,
haters,
yeah,
yeah.
you know. But I'm saying, like, Jeezy had a Beamer way before
Also,
they were making any rap money.
you know what I realized?
He didn't work at Vaughn's.
Me and Blasey realized this when we were in Mexico.
Hmm.
Because of you and your ignorance
Mm-hmm.
and your fake relationship to the Pentagon, we missed,
We missed the last- yeah.
Shoreline Mafia show ever with
Pentagon.
fireworks in
and it was
Mexico.
them together.
What did you do involving the Pentagon?
Someone.
He has insight to the Pentagon if you didn't already know.
This is what happened. We were about to go to Mexico, and it was like
It was so
one of the
lit.
last shows, and it was like we didn't know that if we would have got stuck in Mexico and had to stay there.
No. Listen,
Someone's-
you're
I can
you're
read the
skipping,
text. I can read the
You're
text.
skipping important, crucial steps. We had an Airbnb.
You guys were scared too, though. It wasn't just me.
I had an Airbnb booked. I had everything planned. It was gonna be amazing. Cyprus was gonna get us in, and Cyprus was so nice that like. You know when like you ask for guests for a show and
And
like
they
the rapper
ignore
or whatever,
you.
they're gonna ignore you. One, they ignore you. Two, they'll say yes, but they're never gonna follow up. Like the day of the show, they're not gonna be like, yo,
Yeah.
meet at this spot. Cypress did all of the fucking above. He responded, he followed up, he did everything, and we still didn't go because this fool texted us right before we were gonna leave. My connect at the Pentagon said that Trump is gonna close the border, so we shouldn't go.
Wait, let me read the exact text from. Should I just say his name? Fuck it.
Say it.
Father, the rapper, texted
Father,
me.
you made me miss the
He
last
texted me
Shoreline
this
Mafia
text. He
show.
says, because I was posting like, damn, should we go to Mexico or not for the show? He says, hey, don't dip, bro. Been hearing a lot of talk of the quarantine going into effect soon from peoples who work at the Pentagon and CDC.
But would he have been wrong? Because
That's what I'm saying.
That seems like it might have actually been
but
true at
also
that time,
keep in
right?
mind, what if we got stuck in Mexico with Shoreline Mafia?
That would have been kind of lit. Look, or we could have like got extorted by the cartel.
What
and
cartel do you think that Shoreline Mafia is associated with? I
Stop,
mean, they are
stop,
a
stop.
mafia. Like they probably should have at least one
Listen,
cartel plug.
That's
right?
the one. That's the one area I would not go into joking about is any type of cartel play.
Shoreline cartel.
Go away.
Who are they connected with? I need to know.
Oh,
I want to
relax.
throw a ball at your head.
I
sometimes.
have good, solid information that OGZ is a quote unquote tagger.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say narco.
You
I think he has written his
You're
name on
turning
some
more and
things.
more into DJ Vlad like every day.
Yeah, you look like him more and more every day too.
Shut up, Vlad. Vlad.
I thought you
But
said
that's like your idol in life, right?
Yeah.
That's like who you wish to
I'm a
be.
fan of Vlad. I appreciate what he's built. Yeah.
you said you appreciate how he's built.
Pause.
Fucking
Mega
weird.
pause
I
on
think
that
you
one.
want him to do the little sticky in the booty.
Sticky and sticky.
That's a
in the
good
boogie.
question. Next time I get a finger in my butt, what rapper should be on the other end of it?
No, it should be DJ Vlad.
Soldier Boy?
What media personality should be on
It's
the other
you
end?
or not.
What media personality would I most want to finger in my butt? Probably none.
This is what type of topics we get. This is
Yeah, because nobody made a list of what we're supposed
I
to talk
usually-
about. There were
I
other
usually
things
make
on
the
that
list.
list.
Tried. No, that was it. I just looked at our thing. I said, y'all, what do you want to talk about? You said Hood Rich Problem on Lil Pimp, and that's pretty much it.
Lil Pimp.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's been
fair.
like 2 hours.
I feel
Yeah.
like there's so much shit that has been going on, but it's like, is any of it really worth talking about? Because there's like,
There's more important
more
things.
important
The
things
election
at
has been
stake.
sucking up so much of my time and attention, and then
know.
also Lena the Plug's pregnancy. So
I haven't got sucked up in a while.
Do
Yeah.
a lot of people?
Yuri could help you with
know
that.
what I was thinking about? Like something crazy about babies and stuff
Mm.
is like, so when I was in Korea, like maybe 3 years ago, my cousin just had a baby, and we were at this restaurant, and like this older woman from another table just like came up to our table and like
And just-
picked up the baby and was like,
Oh my God.
yes.
I would not
Okay.
do that.
And-
I would
and
ask
like-
before I touched a baby.
100%.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
we were,
I'm just
I remember like,
American.
I don't know if it, I would think that in Korean
Bless you.
tradition too, that would be a weird thing. And like, I was just
But it
looking
wasn't?
over at my mom, like, what the fuck is this woman doing? And like,
Right.
They were all just like regular, like nothing was happening.
I mean, I think my cousin was pretty annoyed, like, who the fuck is touching my
Yeah,
baby? But like,
exactly.
I think, I don't know, it was just so crazy to me to
It's
just
like
see
in that moment, can you really call that person out? Because what if they like throw your baby or something? What if they freak out and
If
like
you
do something?
throw
to-
a baby, like we already saw that lady throw the dog. If you
What-
throw a baby like that, you're extra fucked up.
What if
Babies
that-
are so delicate, dude.
what if
my
that's the
God.
next viral video of someone throwing a baby instead
Stop.
of a
Let's not
dog?
talk that
Draco
to the
says
universe.
he knows people that will shoot a baby.
I don't like that
Cut
at all.
niggas shoot a
Also,
baby.
yeah, my question one.
Wait, hold on.
that
Cold
extended into-
devil. I'ma do these niggas hella foul. Dick hanging out in public. I'm not giving that sound
Yeah,
clip
you
to
don't-
anybody.
don't give that to the people
But
out
just
there.
know one of the craziest Draco lyrics of all
Hey,
time.
I'm almost tempted to not even mention him, but there's a certain fashion Instagram account user who he messaged me apologizing for exposing our DMs, and I went back to look for it a few days after because I didn't respond at
He
the time, and
deleted
his
it.
account was gone, even on
Again?
Twitter as well.
oh,
Jeez.
they got him out of here.
Dude, his flame burned bright for a bit, but if I don't know
Dude,
what happened.
It's
He-
just like you're just why are you trying to sign him to a 360 deal, dude?
Yeah.
You're
Oh
my
fucked up, man. The
God.
white man always trying
The
to take
white man
over.
always trying to hold us down.
I couldn't
White
believe
man,
that.
man.
White man always trying to appropriate our
Take
culture.
over.
Well, hey, I mean, much love to him, much respect because I do think he's talented. But Housephone,
Talented at what?
No jumper demics.
Instagram. But either way, Housephone, I
Talent-
think was like very did me a favor by warning me about that. Even though
Cause like
I'm not gonna hold it against him or anything. But
I don't know. I feel like his whole thing was just like it was like a car accident. It was like you couldn't look away.
How is it that though? He was just doing like realistically
No, but
pretty
he-
good
No, it
Instagram
was a little
content.
bit too much like drip inspiration stuff. Like,
I thought
did
that
this
was pretty
person
funny.
copy this person? And it was like
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
like,
yeah. It
oh,
was
it was
like-
a splash of red. Oh my god, they copied
He was like they
him.
both used the same color red. Like he was just like
It was a little bit too
It got to the
much.
point where he was just like making up random shit and just like trying to like act like people were stealing shit from each other and like
Do you think that there
it
was
just got weird.
He was causing too much friction within the
Within
underground
the
streetwear world.
I mean, he
Maybe.
was shaking it up a little bit. How about I shake the room?
Really, he was just a little late because that shit would have been really cracking in like 2014 or 15
Nah.
when everybody was talking about eating Connor and ass pizza all the time.
Nah, but I, feel like
I
he's
think
still.
there's a new wave of that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to sort of harness.
And
I mean,
did.
he was,
He
he
did
was, but
harness
he
it.
was just doing weird shit where he would like, he was kind of like bigging up and like, kind of giving these brands a little hand jobs at first, and then
Right.
was like, would also diss them like the next day or some shit. Like, it's just like kind of weird shit.
What
I wonder
is?
who reported him.
Is there a new fan account that we can stand?
I haven't, see, like, honestly, that was a situation for me where I just realized where like, if you just juice these motherfuckers up too much, like they'll just like it'll take it to the head and they just like think that they're like he started acting so like he was super popping like once he got like over 10K, like he was just like
That sucks because I love supporting people and helping like
yeah, but then some people
Seeing
just
their
can't
vision.
handle it that fast.
Yeah,
You
that
think we're gonna
sucks.
feel that way about you, Dig, if he moves out here?
I was just about to ask, what if he turns into that?
I'm
really
slowly
nice-
beginning
he's a
to
really nice
trust
guy.
you dig, and I think that
Oh yeah, you're like what? I
don't think he would turn weirdo.
Displacing him from fucking
Yeah.
Kangaroo Land and
You
bringing
about to
him
really
to.
tell him to move from
That's
like
crazy.
London
No,
or
he's
whatever?
not telling him to move. He's
he's in
moving him.
Australia. He wants to move here super bad, and I mean, from my perspective, I feel
You should
like
have
he
him
would
move
be
in with Yuri.
pretty valuable. You
That
don't.
was- yeah,
No, he
honestly,
just lives with his girl. You don't have a roommate, right?
Okay, whatever. You can shoot me like 500 a month.
500 a month. Your dig's living at Yuri's house. You and him
Wow.
would look way too similar standing next to each other. Wouldn't that be
no,
crazy?
he could honestly drip Yuri up because Yuri has zero drip and your dig has a lot of drip.
Does he? He's got
Yeah,
drip.
I mean,
didn't
like,
know that.
yeah, he's like Cardi community,
Coffee
fan page.
community.
Yeah, Cardi.
God,
Cardi.
I'll be seeing his drip sometime. He be having like a little leaks on or some fucking.
What if your dig pulls up and he's like
Some
the
Jordan
butcher
ones?
from the boys, and he just is calling everybody a cunt all the time? And
fucking might.
yeah, what
cunt
if he's
Mike?
talking about Vegemite?
oh my god, I
and-
doubt it.
yeah, I don't know though.
It's crazy
Your
that
dig is
it's
only-
crazy that Housephone created him. He should get 10%.
You think that you invented your dig?
No, what do
He
you mean?
invented you dig on
On No
this
Jumper.
platform, and
Right.
he's the
But
reason
just
why
know,
he's getting hired here.
he was trying to like pitch ideas to me, and I was like, dude, take that to Adam and them, like, you know.
The craziest thing too.
I wanted no part of like delegating that. Like, you guys work that out.
Hello Yassine is becoming like the conservative rap commentator of
He's like
choice.
Alex Jones. Of
Yeah, he's not Alex Jones. He's more just like you can like kind of rely on him
He's
to take
Milo
the
of
more
rap.
macho perspective. Like he's the only
Not the
person.
macho, the misogynist. Let's say it.
Okay, sure. He's like the only person
He's
that I've
Milo of,
seen
like,
that was
rap.
sort of like shamelessly pro Tory Lanez, and I think that you need somebody who's willing to sort of like represent the view of the people. And I thought that he did a great job of it. I don't know that it was necessarily right, but I think that the community
You're
needs
overgeneralizing
that.
by saying the people.
Why?
Because there are some people that really do believe
Next time,
that,
You're
that
saying
other
those
narrative.
people.
next time you see a Meg post or a Tory Lanez post on Academics or World Star or YouTube, whatever, go read the comments. I don't think that being on Tory's side is like that much of a minority view. I think that as much shit as he's taken, and obviously there's been a huge blow to his career, this is not the most fringe viewpoint to be sort of sympathetic to Tory in this whole thing. I guess somebody's got to represent that view, right?
It's interesting, but also keep in mind that those people that are like pro Tory are the ones that are going to be annoying and in the comments being like,
Yeah, that's a fact.
And especially in academics comments, you
Yeah,
think
of
fucking
course.
like woke black girls are in academics comments
Yeah.
being like
I
protect
assume
black
so,
women?
yes,
Fuck
right?
no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
No.
not. They
Yeah,
all
they're
hate
trying
They're
him
on
too.
their own. They're on impressive and
They
lovely
want-
tea.
they don't want- they
Things
want
you don't know
And
academics.
about.
like maybe like
I
Shade
know
Room.
about Lovely Tea.
You don't know about impressive.
I don't read those comment sections. You're right, but also I feel like there's probably some woke black women in Academics' comments trying to get a G wagon. Did he have you fooled with that? Did you really think that he bought it for Selena?
Oh, I had no idea what you were even talking about. No, you think I pay attention to Academics and Selena?
No, but Selena posted saying that Academics bought her that G wagon, and I'm like, I texted her and I'm like, you are capping. Like it's fucking bullshit. I
What did
know
she
you're
say?
lying. She fucking adamantly. You just can't trust her. She's like, oh no, he did buy it for me. Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, she did
The
the same
next
thing.
day, Academics denies that he bought it for her because people were making fun of him, and she was so mad about him.
Doing that.
Yeah. 'cause
What did she think he was gonna do?
She told me then that he told her like to
do it.
say that he bought it as a troll. But then he like immediately like went on Twitch and was like, "No, I did not actually buy her that." Which
Oh, God.
that is kind of what I thought. I'm like,
She-
Academics doing that would be insane. Like I've never really known him to claim her like that. Why would he then?
But he's she's just funny because she does that all the time about little shit. Like I was like asking her like she was telling me that they wrote their song and I was like, really? Like y'all didn't write that, like whatever. She was like so adamant about it.
Yeah,
And then at
right.
the end of the night, she was just like, you think we really wrote this? Like what the fuck? And
I
was
know
like,
it was like so obvious that whoever wrote it knew what they were doing.
yeah, no, for sure. But it's just like, I don't know. People like that are funny because it's like she was so adamant about it that I believed her for like 5 seconds. And then, but I'm the same way too. I had my little cousin's baby and I told my ex that it was my baby. And she like thought I was like joking. And then I just was very adamant about it until she believed me.
I remember you hitting me up trying to be like, "Oh, can I borrow $2,000? I'm trying to buy this girl a bag," and I was like, "No." You're like, "Oh, damn!" Like you thought that I was gonna say something funny that I like you'd be able to post a
Yeah,
screenshot
yeah.
of. I was like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah,
no,
it
it wasn't like funny. I was
It
just like, I
was
was like mad at you for
he probably
even
thought I
asking.
was serious, yeah.
No, I definitely thought you were serious. You probably wouldn't be able to fool me with that anymore.
I mean, I'm trying to think what's something like more wild that I could ask you for.
Trump
that-
support.
If I was like, yo, Adam, let me borrow 10 grand from my shoe brand, I'll pay you back.
You should do that.
I'd be like,
You're an early investor.
I need to be able to
They call them
like
angel
to see-
investors.
on some mob shit. I need to be able to like kill you if you don't pay it back to me or something. I need that to be in the contract that I can murder you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and throw it in.
I don't want this to be like The Sopranos, because on The Sopranos, like when you borrow money from one of the gangsters and then you don't pay it back, then they start charging you crazy interest rates, and then
you
they
can't
show
pay
up
it
at your
back.
house, they fucking beat your head in with a hammer. Housephone, I don't want to have to do that to you, so
I mean,
You
I
are
got
not
goons.
the mob.
I got goons.
I'm not the mob. That's a good point. Yeah, I probably wouldn't handle it that way.
Sleepy
But
22
I think
mob.
if you want to do that, if
Exactly,
you want to be a
Sleepy
loan
22.
shark, you need to be willing to beat the fuck out of the people
You
that
have to
don't
be
pay you
willing
back.
to kill them.
And I'm not willing to do that. I would love to live the rest of my life murder free.
Same.
You wouldn't catch like a self defense body and be,
trust-
happy
No,
about
Walmart?
Listen, that wouldn't be bad. I'm not gonna lie, but I would like to avoid.
it. Yeah. I feel like I would feel bad about it like after. Have you ever really beat someone
Yes.
up in a fight and like
felt
you
weird
were
about it
feeling-
after?
Yeah, like damn,
Yeah.
like I didn't even mean to do that to them. Like
I fucked up this one kid so bad one time that I like felt bad. Like I knew he went to the hospital and stuff, and like I just kind of like felt
What if
sort
he
of dirty
died?
about it. That
would've been on you.
I wasn't gonna kill him. I think I broke his nose.
I'm joking.
I felt like that
laughing.
once, but this guy was like he used to bully the fuck out of me. He was trying to
He
fight me all
deserved
the
it.
time. Yeah.
Right.
And like the only time I fought him was because he pressed me in front of these girls that I knew were gonna talk about it and like tell everyone. Yeah, I know. You're right.
I just think I'm old and weathered enough at this point that realistically I could probably catch a self-defense body and wouldn't really like stress it too much. You know, I
Like,
feel
you wouldn't
I've
lose
seen
sleep over
enough.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
I
sleeping
would.
fine.
I would.
Yeah.
You would?
Especially
I
you
feel
got
so bad.
You probably killed all kinds of people.
Like who?
I don't know.
I don't
Your
kill
enemies.
anyone.
like if someone was trying to do something to you
Mm-hmm.
and you killed them, you probably wouldn't feel that bad.
If someone tried to do something to like my family, then yeah,
Like-
I
Blasey.
wouldn't feel bad.
Or
Like-
Blasie's
Yeah,
clothes.
Blasie's designs.
Blasie's computer.
Yo,
He would definitely catch a body for that computer.
I don't blame him.
Blasey told me that he had a dream that he was drag racing, you know, Hove?
Yeah. From Shoreline?
He was drag racing with Hove. He fell off a cliff, like in the car, landed in the ocean. The laptop and the car were in the ocean, and he was like, "Which one do I like save?"
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, what happened?
Oh no! But he was like trying to figure out which one to save, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get the laptop." And swam, got the laptop, and then that was it.
Hove was the first person that made me realize that you could just have a barber pull up on you with whatever you're doing and just cut your hair wherever you're at.
Yeah.
And he's bald, isn't he?
Yeah, but he would like he'll have a fucking barber pull up to him while he's just in the studio, fucking with mad packs and shit, just like smoking blunts, and then he just sits there and boom, they shave his head, they trim his whole beard up. Now that's what I do.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that you could just do that
for sure.
Thought you had to go to like a
barber shop or something. I hate that. I hate being in public. I hate being around a bunch of people.
After you guys, wait, what the fuck?
I think you're fucking rubbing your foot down on something down here, or is it right there?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. After you got smacked up by Russ's goons, you're like, I can't be in public
Can't
anymore.
be at a nail salon anymore. No more nail salon visits.
No.
Is
yeah.
that really what changed you? Like,
You haven't gotten your nails done since then, right? That was the last time.
Honestly,
Probably is.
I kind of fell out of getting my nails done, but I've had my nails done other times, but
Ladder.
no, I don't want to go out in
No,
public for
anytime you see
anything.
a nail salon, oh, PTSD.
Bro, those poor
Oh my
Korean
God, where's
ladies,
Russ?
I still feel so bad for them.
yeah, they probably were like, what the fuck is going on?
They
probably
probably
have
all
a pi-
started
they probably have
listening
a
to
picture
Russ.
of you.
They bought Russ CDs and merch and shit after
What,
that.
they
I wouldn't
only
be
bump
surprised.
Russ at that place because now you're gone.
Yo, those ladies had never seen a fade in their
No, of
operation
course,
before. That blew their
Which
minds.
is kind of crazy because they're on Melrose. They've definitely seen a fade outside their store.
They might have seen it outside, but
Oh, it
I
happened
really
inside.
doubt it would have happened inside.
No,
like
there's
that.
probably some fucking like stripper bitches that like
Like got
were
down on
arguing
it.
over like tip
Every
money or
time I
something.
ever been in a nail salon, it's a bunch of women on their phones, not even speaking to each other. But like,
It's very
You must have
quiet.
never been to like
that says a lot. Yeah, I've never been to one in Compton. I guess it'll probably be a different vibe.
one in Compton. Look at my African American over there.
Yeah. I don't know.
He has
I just-
nothing to say.
He's just like, yeah.
Bro, I'm too high. We've been 2 hours.
I need a pee.
Fuck these people. Just
Okay,
kidding. I love these
guys,
people.
we are going to
How many
be
people were
on
watching live this time?
stream.
6K.
Yeah, we've just been looking at this orb picture for the last hour.
Trump with his hand on the orb. Go Google Trump orb.
Can we read a little bit of the chat before we go? Just a little bit. Let me
Yeah,
just,
why don't we
just pull it
watch
up
any
real
of the
quick.
chat anymore?
Suck a chat-sized dick.
I love stripper chicks. Free Bill
So
Cosby.
Camgirl threw my baby.
Black dude got no swag. Listen,
Do you see
Camgirl
these
looks like.
Do
what
you
was
see
it?
these 2003 Supreme Nike SBs?
Okay, hey, we're gonna be listening to your music afterwards, so make sure to tune
Lenny,
in.
do you
Okay.
have chapstick? It's chapstick season. My lips are dry as a fucking devil's dick.
Hashtag Adam's secret lipo. He won't admit it.
Hashtag Housephone wants to get penetrated by my